and it's not fascist yet, but it's definitely heading that way.
Yeah, I'd call it fascist.
Biden and Peroski said that you were a terrorist, man.
By name?
Exactly, and nobody can really label that.
All right.
What's like that intro music? Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. We got BCP on the screen. I'm gonna try to put Pam space or whatever says something to watch there. There's not a whole lot going on here, so you get a little bit of something to watch on the screen here. Let me put BCP's banner and information on there. Hold on, your horses there. You guys want to hear them?
In the streets in New York at night, like, yeah, dang. I do. Yes, that is a problem with DoorDash and Patriot Wheel. You get hungry. Yes.
He just get hungry, doesn't he? I gotta see if I can still get in here without Tommy Boy was in there too. Kind of curious what he had to say.
He made me a mod on his YouTube, and now that means I'm his best friend, which isn't the case. They called me Pam's fucking media handler, which isn't the case. They called so-and-so meow. Like, everybody's everybody because they're fucking paranoid. It's not what they think. And that's why they're going to keep being frustrated when no mass arrests happen, because ultimately it's just the same fucking 5 people complaining over and over and over again, and nobody gives a fuck. So that's the truth. We're going to go merch, then unfiltered.
Okay, I just wanted to say that Will has some serious mental problems. Okay, that he needs to address. He has abandonment issues from his parents abandoning him. He's bipolar. As someone that I'm just saying that
I know,
but no, Will has never been my friend. So
no, totally.
They need to get that. Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm not totally his friend. I mean, I'm not his friend either. I really don't even know the guy. But at the same time, there's no reason to be kicking up dust right now.
Merch.
Yeah, I kind of hear what you guys are saying in terms of the whole name calling and so on and so forth. Again, I think it's a bit more ideological versus legal. So I'm trying to not get all busted up about people calling each other terrorists, considering
me see
Nazis
how long it
also
was.
justified using the law to put people in camps.
Does it sound okay when I put both of them on there at the same
And
time?
that is the only reason for the
Should we make
NFA
Quincy
to
louder than the other
exist,
guys or
2.5
not?
is
hours.
to eventually put domestic terrorists and anyone else that doesn't fit their description for criminal.
You have time to
Into
do the
camps.
debate. Yep,
I
I
like
do. All right. Let me
Totally. And that's why, like, when official
Let me get off
sources
here,
call
you
people
guys.
like in
Well,
the
I'll be
tepid
back.
No Kings protesters terrorists or
I'll
anti-American,
follow my food.
it riles up MAGA and they get
Yeah, and again, I'll just reiterate. So thanks for admitting your, the affiliation with the.
All right, they made me a
Antifa.
speaker in there.
We all knew it. You just confirmed it. Appreciate
good?
the honesty there. So
But thanks
again,
for the new briefing.
we got to go back to history. You just said Antifa, terrorist organization classified by Trump administration, and then we're talking the Nazis. So again, the historical fact is we know what happened to the Nazis. By what you're trying to do is saying by us calling you Antifa and that you've been designated a terrorist by the government, that we're calling for violence. That's what you're saying, because I brought up the fact that you're calling us Nazis, and that's violence, right? So when has the basic American citizens caused any violence against a terrorist group, right? When has that happened? But we have seen
you're already off track
right?
here. You're already, because you said that I said, or at least I think
Not
that
you,
you
I'm just
calling
generally speaking.
that calling terrorists is for violence, and that's not the case. What I'm saying is that when you start throwing around the world all willy nilly and get excited, the fact
Kind
that
of like you do with Nazis, right?
well, no, wait, listen. The fact that they were designated as a terrorist organization, now you're calling Pam a terrorist, or not you.
No, I called her a sympathizer.
No, and I know that. But that's the thing, is now we start watering down that word and people start getting amped up by this and start pointing the fingers and start misusing it. That's the problem.
You're making my argument with the Nazi thing. I mean, are you fucking listening to yourself? Like, this is getting delusional.
But one has governmental
yourself?
Power behind it right now, and then whatever, and
There's
Pam
a
doesn't.
historical fact that there's been major violence against the Nazis, right? Because everybody rejects the Nazis.
Good.
Everybody. But put it this way, ISIS was once not an organization. It was an idea, right? It was a community, like you guys call yourselves. Guess what it became?
I don't think so. Okay.
Right. Now you're seeing the connections, right? So we like to stop terrorism before it becomes an actual network of terrorists.
What we just advocated is crushing an entire idea of thought, of political thought.
That all I'm saying is this continued, we'll call narrative, that Antifa and the whole thing, ideology of it, is just some thing that's just an idea, right? It's just an idea. But then you have people that just had said that we are fighting fascists. So you guys think that you're actually fighting fascists. So you guys are putting yourself on this horse and you're fighting this mythical creature that doesn't actually exist. You keep in mind, Donald Trump was elected through a democratic process like every single president. So if he's a fascist, so was Joe Biden, so was Bush, so was Clinton, so is all the way down to George Washington, because they were elected through a democratic process. So if you don't like the process, I don't understand how he's a fascist. Like,
you would find people on the far right
over,
and the far left to agree with that.
Could you admit that? He's never going to see, he can never be president again, right?
I don't know. Can you tell all the people with the MAGA, with the Trump 2028 hats that?
You know that's a fucking joke, right? You know that's a joke. If you take that seriously,
it's a lot of merch to make for a joke.
You're just not a serious person.
I think it's only a joke because he's old as shit. I think if he were literally 4 years younger, he would not.
You literally believe that he could be in office again. You know.
I don't.
Trump 2028, baby.
Yeah, see, prove my point, Tommy.
It's to trigger you people because you guys are so easily triggered, right?
Unfit. There's a difference between being called a terrorist and a Nazi. Being called a Nazi is not anything illegal, but being called a terrorist, it's a crime. So that's why we're really upset.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say about the Davis Court thing about the final solution, where it's like, if that's a troll, then she is absolutely unserious as a reporter, and we shouldn't take anything she says seriously. That's my point.
No, they don't take her serious either.
Yeah. Let me see. Missy, let's be quick, and then we're going to go to Mr. Bill.
Okay. So Pam asked earlier what the definition of terrorist is. So federal law defines domestic terrorism as activities that involve acts dangerous to human life, that violate criminal law, appear intended to intimidate a civilian population / coerce government policy, and occur primarily within the U.S. territory. It describes conduct, not an organization. That's what domestic terrorism. That's the description, and it describes conduct, not an organization specifically.
Right, but labeling something as a terrorist organization is, right?
Well, I mean, they label them as domestic terrorists.
They
The
labeled
organization-
Antifa as a terrorist organization.
Okay, let me finish.
Okay.
If you look further into it, when they describe Antifa, and now this fits in with what domestic terrorism description is, it's not that it's a countrywide one leader thing. It's individual groups that organize in states. So is it organized? Yes, but not on a countrywide or even international, because there's Antifa in other states as well, other countries, I mean. But that's what the definition, they're domestic
Yes, yeah.
terrorists. And yes, they have
Pam,
small
Pam, Pam.
organizations within other states.
But they didn't. I was wondering. I
Understood.
said they were in there. You know, it's about her.
Pam, do you have anything? I don't want to hug. I've been hugging.
No, I'm fine.
Mr. Bill, what's up?
Hey, Maureen, I know you have like a lot of things you're talking about. So what you might try to do is not make claims so quickly and things like that. You made a claim earlier that all right wingers block you and ban you right away. Do you know of at least one that doesn't ban you or block you right away?
I was literally about to say that as soon as you popped up. You're my favorite MAGA streamer, man.
That's not
I actually
a compliment.
appreciated your Easter stream. You were showing a mass. I was getting ready to see my family. I really appreciated that. And I appreciate our talks in there.
Okay. Don't be too friendly or anything like that. But let's go back to the Nazi thing. When people think of Nazi, what do they think of when they hear Nazi? What do Nazis do to people? Pam, you can answer this, or Maureen, either way.
Yeah, Pam.
When you think of it, what a Nazi does to people that they don't like, what do they usually do to people they don't like? Hurt them, all right?
I got to get a number of how many are missing. Immigrants are missing. No
Pam-
accountability inside those
Pam, do you-
camps. Yeah, what do they do when they
Pam,
don't
can you
like
answer the question?
black and the brown community?
Pam, what do
we
Nazis
know
do to
they
people?
want to turn it into a white Christian nation.
What do
Go watch
Nazis?
the documentary called The Family. You'll understand.
Pam, okay, Maureen, since she doesn't want to answer the question, can you answer the question since Pam's unable to answer simple questions? Go ahead, Maureen.
Yeah, Nazis. Yeah, they use state power to hurt people. I mean, and every other power available to them.
Okay, so
What just happened to the Voting Rights Act Section 2 in Louisiana?
I'm not sure if I asked you a question. I asked Pam and she ignored me. Maureen was nice enough to at least give an acknowledgement. Thank you. So basically, yes, when people think of Nazis, they think of people who hurt people. So when people who hurt people and everything, and that's the idea is kind of thrown out there, and people want to stop people from hurting other people, you can understand how people would sort of think that that is a thing to do when they want to stop a Nazi from hurting someone. So if the people called Charlie Kirk a Nazi, they want to stop him from hurting people with his language, evidently. So that's why people keep saying this thing, chat, that saying the word Nazi over and over again, because Nazis, as you just said, hurt people, and people want to. Crazy people out there will do anything to stop people from hurt people.
They took orders from a dictator. That's what they did, and that's what they're doing now.
No, you
Taking
keep saying
orders.
Nazis, okay? Then
And
say
ISIS took
dictator.
an example of that.
Then say dictator. Everybody says Nazis. We're talking about the word Nazis. When they use that word out there, you guys
Yeah,
just
but
said
I don't
that they
think
hurt
that
people.
just calling someone a Nazi and invites violence on them. You people can call
When
me
you-
Nazi
you
all
just-
day, but
you
my
just admitted
entire
it.
life will.
Maureen, you
show
just
that
said
that's not the
Nazis
case.
hurt people. People want to stop people from hurting people. That's kind of human
Yes.
nature, right? It's human nature to
Mr.
stop people
Bill.
from hurting other people.
Mr.
Therefore,
Bill, you're not all Nazis. We know what a real Nazi is in America.
what's
and they call
okay?
themselves.
What's
They
a
admit
real
they're in
Nazi?
a Nazi group. But however, you're hanging out with them. Why are you allowing Nazis that are
No.
known to be Nazis?
I'm hanging out with them.
They,
You know who I hang out with once in a while?
neo-Nazis.
I
They
hang out
were
with the
down
people.
there at ICE. They were there with Tario. Why would you be letting them in your group?
Pam, I hang out with the people that beat up Nazis. In Oregon City, 2 or 3 years ago, there was a flag wave. White nationalists came out there and everything. Proud Boys and a bunch of other people kicked their butts out of there, unmasked them, and kicked them the heck out of town. They kicked
Well, I
literally
saw 'em
when
at
the
the
Proud
ICE
Boys kicked them out
facility
of town.
with
Proud Boys
Dario.
kicked Nazis'
Dario.
butt. You guys, guess what? When the Nazis ran away, they ran towards Antifa. Antifa helped them get away. We have it on, had it on video back in the day. I can't find the video now, but they literally, there's some of your friends
Okay,
out there
so what do you
helped
want?
them get away.
What's this all
You,
about?
the left
What's this all
helped.
about? You want
The left helped Nazis get away.
on us terrorists? Are you gonna
Do you?
write him letters?
The left helped Nazis get away from Proud Boys. You understand how silly that makes you guys look when the left wants the Proud Boys to look
what do
so
you want?
bad
Yeah.
that they
What
helped.
are we
You want
talking
to
about now,
stop being
Bill?
called Nazis?
I'm just
Is that
letting you
what it
know.
is?
No, I'm saying you guys do anything to make the Proud Boys and other right wingers look bad, even helping a Nazi faction. If you want to call them
Yeah,
Nazis,
they
they're
look bad.
Rose City
We
nationalists
don't
is
have
what they
to
call
make them
them.
look bad. It's a reality.
Okay, so when Proud Boys
They're a
kick,
white supremacist group.
when Proud Boys kick a white supremacist group out of town, what would you call them? When they kick white, most people call
I've
them
never
a
heard
good
of
thing. When
this.
they kicked them out of there
In Oregon City,
in Oregon City about 3 or 4 years ago.
Proud Boys
Yes,
kicked out.
that never happened. I
that
don't know what you're
did
talking about.
happen. It was all over
No,
the
it
news.
didn't. No, the left didn't help them.
Yes, I saw.
If the left
Sir
helped
Mike,
them,
I was
then they weren't
there and
Nazis.
filmed it.
So,
I was there
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
literally filmed it across the street.
Okay,
So
put it in the
shut
purple
the heck
pill.
up. Shut the heck up. I filmed it. So don't tell me
I
what
can't.
I saw. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I mean
Have
that's
a
a
good day.
good thing, but yeah, I'm not sure what else you want me to like. What
Oh,
else is
Mr.
there's to
Bill
say
puts out
about
a
that?
lot of garbage. It's not true.
Everything I said was true.
I think like Pam being upset about the ideological end result of infinite right wing voting, just like how Misi came up about concern about Mamdani and the end result of left wing. Like I see that as the same thing. People have their concerns. It's fair. I don't let other people's how they get upset. I don't let that affect me.
And you guys compared Mamdani to Biden, two totally different ideologies. FYI, I don't know why when you said, "Oh, Biden bad" or whatever after she got done talking about Mamdani, two totally different kinds of ideologies, both bad, but Mamdani much worse.
Man, the Democratic Party did not back Mamdani. Merch?
You might ask Jeffries about that.
I think, yeah, I will have to look. I don't know if he actually put out an endorsement though.
They'll approve what's good finally. No,
Hey,
got serious Trump
so two
arrangements
things.
which
First off,
actually is
the
a
whole
disease.
terrorist label, I think it's
I'm hearing it
kind of
is
going back to the
actually
legal thing.
It's an
Everyone knows
order
probably
of
what a
things that haven't
juggalo
passed.
is.
Well, they
Juggalos
suffer
were
from Trump
classified a
arrangements.
That was fun,
hybrid
guys. That was
gang
fun.
They don't
by
even
the
know what they're
FBI.
looking at. They can't even see.
That was fun.
And I think
But I
that
have
the
a
reason
new
I bring
way
that
out.
up is because if
I'm
people
going to
that wear
propose
all
something
black
the opposite of
or
what I
are
want.
against
And
capitalism
we will
or let's say
have
Christianity
Where's that
or
sound effect
whatever
coming
are
from?
all of a sudden getting arrested because the
We
government
will
says
not
it's
build a
fine.
wall, and they'll protect
Or
us.
let's say if they are fans of certain
Okay.
music, they are now gang
I'm gonna go
members
the
because
opposite.
the
Whatever
government
is
says
bad,
so.
I'm gonna
Then it's
go
not
for
the
it, and
law
they'll
that
approve
applies
what's
to
fine.
things. It's
No,
just the
they
government
got
saying
serious Trump
so,
arrangements
and then
which
saying this is
actually
why
is a
we can
disease.
arrest
I'm
you. So
hearing
when
it is
people get called
actually a disease.
Nazis, it's
Where's that
because
Trump
that's
sound coming
literally
from?
what the Nazis did.
Well, they suffer from Trump's
And
arrangements.
some people just don't really
They
know
don't know what
all
they're
of the
looking at. They can't
history
even see
to
straight.
like the lead up to the
But I have a
Nazis.
new way out.
They don't know the
I'm
Weimar
going to
Republic was
propose
the first
something the
constitutional
opposite of what
republic.
I
They don't
want.
know why it fell. They
And
don't
we
know the
will
depression. They don't know
this
the effects, so on and so
legislation.
forth. But they do
just all I
understand
said
that
is
people got killed. They
We
do
will
know,
not build the wall. and
that
they'll protect
people
us.
like were subjugated and they know so on and so forth. They know
Oh, I
enough
know it
to
was
use the word
familiar. Okay.
Nazi, but the terrorist thing is not equal because the terrorist thing is just being used as a legal definitive thing that like police can use on your neighbor. So it's really not the same thing. And Unfiltered, I hope you can understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, 100%. That's kind of my basic point is like some people flippantly use the word Nazi, and unfortunately or fortunately, that's freedom of speech. The terrorist organization or terrorist designation is a act of state power, which is being used also flippantly, and it's disgusting to me.
And they can call whoever they want, whatever they want. But if the government is deliberately trying to bend the rules to call American citizens Nazis because they are disagreeing with the government, I think that no matter which side you stand on, whether it be the right wing or left wing, you should be considering this, that currently you might agree with this administration. But
BCP's
in
in there
the
too.
future, if you disagree with an administration and they are treating you this way, they are going to
Oh, yeah,
treat
it's
you
good,
this
yeah.
way
Oh, I
and
need to put something else
more
on the
if you
screen over here.
allow it. That's all I got.
Thanks. That's why I bring up the hypothetical President Blue Hair Septum ring that we're about to vote in.
What
You
the
don't
heck?
think our governor here in Oregon, he
Here.
thought a riot was going on or terrorism, he would be doing something because she loves this state. Stop this BS. Just because you come there and you start trouble with people and maybe somebody hits you or something, doesn't mean they're terrorists or it's a riot down there. Maybe you need to look at why people are upset at you.
I don't see hands up, but I do have a bunch of requests. So throw up your hands or cycle out because I'm going to bring some people up.
I was hoping Russ would talk, but he's just sitting there.
We'll cycle out. Maybe I'll go back in there later and talk to him about something. BCP might want to go in there, so I'll give him a chance to get in there. He wants his two. And that's okay. You guys need to see my messages, do you? No, you didn't see them. Let's see if I can get back in there. Who's in there? There's somebody in there. Spirit Heard somewhere in there.
It's just
Oh, can I? All right.
I
Well,
know how Pam affords to get to Portland all the time. She moved there. Am I correct?
Yeah.
As if it's anyone's business. I mean,
Yeah.
Ken Beach.
that was one thing.
Picture you're looking at? Ken Beach or Washington?
I guess the question for everyone is, what are you trying to accomplish? I just don't see moved, and I don't want to hear bitching like, oh, you. Okay, they tore down boards at a building. They shouldn't have done that. All right, that's hardly a rot. You know.
What?
I don't know if this holding signs is doing anything either. Are you registering voters? Are you doing stuff like that? This is kind of what I've been thinking. But you know, I mean, really, it's just a little bitchy in here, and I have to hear certain things. And it's somewhat entertaining, though. But you know, I mean, I live my life in the middle area, like most people, and
Well, Zach X, I guess.
yeah, that gets to be labeled as I don't know, Trotsky or something like that. But yeah, that's just all the babbling I have to say.
we'll just say that what is considered the left is a widening margin, and that's their fault.
What the heck?
All right, so let's cycle through.
When they go
I
further
think
further
Too Big to
crazy
Ring
left.
is fresh, so we're gonna go him. Eyes Wide, I think. It's then Phil.
So I wasn't able to answer, but I heard you talking earlier, Pam. I was
Oh, I know who
listening
that
in,
is.
and I couldn't talk. But you're saying that there's poor conditions for the illegal immigrants that are concentration camps, I think is what you're calling them. But so far, the only time I've seen like insanely bad conditions was turned out to
Obama.
be the
Obama.
Obama era. You know,
Yes,
I
indeed.
did a little digging into it, and they were
Simple
claiming
Google
that it
search.
was current, but it was actually from the Obama era because the same pictures were out back then. So
Yep.
Well, Trump has closed the department that does the oversight for these institutions right now, these concentration.
do you know if
I think they are. 'Cause
do you know if there's
have you seen any pictures? of what's going on in there?
The only ones I've
Can you
seen
review-
that were bad conditions. I've seen ones that were good conditions that were new pictures, but
I mean, now,
huh?
now.
Yeah, the only pictures that I've seen that it was really bad, they're all crammed in there and not enough bathrooms and horrible food was from the Obama era. I haven't seen any like that.
I know, because they're not letting us see it. And it's worse.
How do you know
Really
then?
worse.
Come
Because there's
on.
reports.
I'm just asking.
I know you're just
On their
asking, but you
families,
can't use
and they're
you can't use the
dying.
transparency of the Obama administration as like against it, and then the lack of transparency on the Trump like for it. Like it makes no fucking sense. Of course, it's going to be worse.
I'm just going fact based from what I've seen.
Fair enough. All right, is that it? Gonna move on. Eyes wide.
Hey, going. I just wanted to say I'm an Australian, and I've been paying attention to this Portland movement or this Portland fiasco since it grabbed onto my feed since Tommy Boy rocked that bloke outside the ice facility. So yeah, so I've been here around a few months. Color it reality television or just but it's really political, so it's even
Just
here in
as real
Australia,
too.
Sorry, say
Just
that
as
again.
real too as reality TV.
Yeah, it's like reality TV is sort of scripted in their own, like sort of like New Jersey Shore, where it's sort of scripted, but you people there, it's sort of unorchestrated, which is entertaining, at least, to say the least, I should say. That was my first point, that I've been paying attention for quite a while. And I also want to say that that was my first point. My second point is that Pam blocked me, not because I ever on my my main account. Pam blocked me not because I made a comment or even spoke to her. She simply blocked me because I liked a post from a MAGA perspective, which I find peculiar, because it just seems like it just seems strange.
Everybody's blocking everybody for so many different reasons. I just like, who gives a fuck? Who really
Yeah,
gives a
but like,
fuck, dude?
why would you block someone just for a like? Like, it doesn't
I
make
don't know,
sense.
man.
Yeah, I'm not excusing me. And for you, Marine, because what I believe is that Pam has got so many people blocked. Is my main point. Hey, Marine, why don't you
Lady Wave, how you
follow
doing?
a whole
Nice to
bunch
see
of
ya.
people and start your own space where legit people who disagree with you, more specifically, disagree with you, to have these kind of conversations
Don't let Pam in
rather
there.
than Pam with her narrated and contorted conversations.
I think
That's
any space
correct.
that I own or co-host or mod or have power in will be compromised in terms of, oh, this guy's just muting everybody. So I need to go to other people's spaces, and they are all blocking me because they're fucking cowards.
Yeah,
So
but what I'm saying to you, sorry, Marine, but like, you could reach out to people like Tommy and Shane and all the rest of them.
They all blocked
Yeah,
me.
Wait, guys, is Tommy, but Tommy's my worst enemy, and he's not blocked. So if you're blocked, there was a good reason.
No, I've never ever sent you. Sorry, Pam, but I've never ever sent you a text, a comment. I never commented on you because you blocked me straight away because I liked a comment from someone that you disagree with. So what I say to TikTok,
Because you liked. Were they calling me the C word or something?
that was like,
Because that's usually the only reason I block.
that was like totally
when you go
6 months ago.
when you
so
go
I
below
can't-
the belt. I can't remember that far back, so that's not even
Yeah,
fair.
I'm not
Bring it
gonna.
up. Are you blocked now? Are you blocked now?
I've jumped onto my see where I am with the algorithm. I want my Australian account now.
So what's your other? Oh yeah, then okay. What's your other? Then what was it?
It doesn't really matter. What I want is
Oh, of course it doesn't matter.
It's one thing to
Isn't
come
that
up with. I'm
convenient?
sorry. I'm
That's
going to
convenient.
land my plane.
I can't even defend myself. I don't even know who you
Well, you've
are.
got your own space, so
Give an
you've got
explanation.
plenty of. All I'm going to say is I'm going to land my plane on is that we can't even talk on a space. Then how are we going to find reason on anything? And all I'm going to say is Marine
Well,
and
maybe
TikTok.
maybe you're the co-author of that reason.
I'm an Australian, so I don't even know what you're talking about. Like I'm not even there.
We're
Miss
entitled to
Lady.
free speech.
Yeah, so maybe Marine and TikTok, maybe you should start to get together and do free speeches, spaces, because Pam is obviously not interested in hearing other points of view. Thank you so much for your time,
Thanks
and
for
I
coming up.
appreciate.
AI video, I'm sure. Did I get booted again? Sometimes the space boots here for some reason, so you got to go back in there and find your way back in. Where did he go? I don't want to go get into Pam's direction here. Guess we'll have to. There's her spot there.
I ended up here with as your co-host because you invited me, and I appreciate that. We're gonna TikTok
Still,
stuff.
are they?
He's
Yeah.
fresh. We're gonna go right to you. It's I see you, but TikTok's fresh. So and first.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks to Eyes Wide. What was it? Eyes Wide. What was his name? Eyes Wide Shut. Eyes Wide Open.
Yeah, Stryan.
Yeah. That's who.
Nothing. Go on. Yeah, him.
Okay. Yeah. I would never want to host a space. I wouldn't. I'm. Co-hosting with Pam's been good enough. But I think the days of spaces might be over for me. What I saw Saturday night was horrifying because that was the actual warning that I've been putting out.
Well, explain to what you're talking about. I don't know.
I've been putting out the warnings to people. The groups that you're seeing outside of ICE are not the ICE people that they're used to, like bum rushing and being bullies too and all that stuff. These are all new people. The guy, I don't know, I've never seen the guy that punched Tommy, but either way, that absolutely should not have happened. Tommy has never sucker punched anyone in all the times that I've been down there. Yes, he's been an asshole. Yes, he's a dick. Yes, everyone knows that I don't.
But he has pepper sprayed people.
Watch
without
this,
killing
Tom.
I've seen
Watch
his
I
group
saw it.
pepper
Watch how
spray.
you get
Tommy knows that he's going to
kicked out
jail if he
here.
pepper sprays.
This TikTok.
I've seen him pepper spray in self-defense.
I have a TikTok. I have a video of my friend walking away and he pepper sprays.
Yeah, I think he invites all his misfortune, but him getting punched in the face that night was not obviously invited.
No, and the fact that I was seeing people, that I've been very vocal about, like thinking that they're there for a good reason, and they are. I mean, I still support that, but seeing him say that Tommy got what he deserved, that pissed me off because I've never seen a thing.
TikTok, it's not that he got what he deserved. You got to understand, he's bringing this on. He's out there actually putting down transgender, saying verbally abusive stuff. He's called me. Did you hear how he talked to me? Calling me a bitch and a cunt. And
Oh, I
all
know. I
kinds
know,
of
Pam.
stuff.
I've always heard all of the things that not only him but everybody else says. And
I
it
do
sucks.
not feel sorry
Yeah,
for him. He's bringing
Yeah,
it
it's just
on.
I'm
He
I'm
is.
anti-violence, and it just it really rubbed me the wrong way. When I saw that happen, and I know that it wasn't your group, Pam. I know that it wasn't the people at ICE. That guy I've never seen before, and I've been saying over and over and over that this summer is going to be bringing on a lot of new faces that nobody's ever seen. These are people that are being brought in from out of town, and I don't want to see anyone get hurt at all, no matter what side. I mean, I may shit talk Tommy, I may be a dick to him, but absolutely I do not want any violence to happen to him, and I don't like anything happening where his wife is threatened. I mean, she's not involved in this. I think that tempers need to be like just curbed. People just need to get, bring down the temperature. We've said it over and over, Pam, in all these spaces. Everyone just needs to relax, cool down, chill out. But of course, the tempers keep flying, the mace keeps spraying. But Tommy getting punched, that just was horrifying to me. And even before he even went down there, I was like, man, I hope Tommy's careful because this is not the same crowd. So,
He was saying that they hit like a baby, like he
Yeah,
doesn't even
he's
hit
on
Yeah,
right.
Tommy
he's on
being
camera. He's
careful.
trying to act
wasn't-
badass.
Tommy being careful would be shifting
Yeah,
his
he-
content
It
entirely.
didn't bother him. He likes the drama.
He
He
does.
liked it that it happened. He makes
They
more
speak my
money when
tone,
there's
Yeah, but
drama.
I mean, if
they feast on it, and how fucking like how soon before we find out that this dude's paid by the feds or whatever, they disavow all this shit, and then I don't know. The
yeah, I'm
second
not
this-
I'm not going to create a conspiracy
saying that
about the guy
no,
because there was some people that were down there that were
kind of an
laughing
excuse is
and
that?
pointing at Tommy, and you know they look like they knew more than
Yeah.
what happened. The little short squatty guy with the stringy hair that looked like the comic, short version of the comic book guy from Simpsons. He was just like right up in the camera, just laughing about it. And I don't like to see anybody get
Well-
hurt, and I don't like to see anybody laughing about it.
TikTok, I never heard you once say that you didn't like to hear. People aren't saying when I was hit a damn word.
Well, no, I
And
mean,
I'm
punch,
73
not-
years old.
Yeah, well, Pam, no one should be physically at all anything physical with you.
But that's not really reality, TikTok.
I
In
know.
any protest, it's going to happen.
I've
We can't
I've seen
control
it. I've seen it. I've seen
I
Shane.
don't like it either.
I've
I
seen
do
Shane
not
threaten
either.
you.
Nobody does.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's not the protest. That's just a person here or there, a few people.
Yeah.
Can I add to what you're saying?
Can you wave hands?
Yeah, I-
Yeah,
my
yeah,
hands
because we
up,
know we are
and,
gonna we're gonna go to it's the next. I'm just gonna say
Or
that
just
yeah,
personally.
obviously, like don't be the one. Like just the same thing with fucking chasing Katie Davis court. Don't be the fucking idiot on the recording, obviously screaming like a barbarian because they're gonna use that. And whether it's real or whether it's fake, they're gonna seize on it either way. And then obviously this one I'm not saying is fake. I think this one's 100% real. That shouldn't happen.
I don't want to see patriots take it
Understood.
upon themselves to say, well, Tommy got hit, so it's time for us to be violent.
Yeah,
with
and
you.
they will.
I
use
just
it.
don't want to see that
And
happen.
that's what they will do. It's you're up. Thank you, TikTok.
All right, no problem, dude.
I appreciate the mic and in the conciliatory tone. Let
Take what
me
down?
apologize for coming in a little bit hot.
You want me to
earlier.
ask her to
Just
unblock you,
wanted to make
Natina?
2 points that I think are factual.
Oh,
and I
oh,
hope
oh, you-
will
oh, I mean this, oh.
advance the effort of bringing down the temperature. First, I think we should just set on history.
I think it's got
What
to-
the Antifa crowd does is one, objectively misdefine fascism. Like it's not even a textbook definition. You're
This is
using a
this is
concept
lawyer.
from 1920s Italy and 1920s Germany down to the symbology. The flags, the 3 downward points. These were left-wing socialist and communist groups in Germany who literally shot at each other
Oh, wow.
against right-wing groups like the NSDAP.
I might have to give her
who would be the
half
Nazi
of that. though. I might have to give her half of that.
established Deutsche Arbeit.
she's got on
It's a
Social
mouthful.
Security, so I might have to give her
I
half.
learned this in the German language.
Why don't
I've
she
lived there.
apologizes? Oh, man.
I had to go up during a No Kings protest
okay if I split with her?
to an ostensibly anti-fascist person, and I yelled at him in German because he was wearing a swastika shirt. I doubly find this interesting because they took the swastika and the
Apologize for
Aryan
banning it, for blocking him?
mythology
Or
a lot from
specific?
India, and I happen to be of Indian heritage. So calling people Nazis is one, just historical illiteracy. Like you can't find a better analog. Is that how limited your repertoire is? It's just calling someone the worst thing you can think of. How is that helpful in any context? The behavior right now, I can tell you that I studied that was happening in 1920s Germany is nothing even close to where we live now. If we saw real fascism, we would join together and fight it. We're nothing close to it. He's long.
Did I get kicked again? Doggone Twitter. Yeah, it froze up. Doggone it. Pam's thing again.
Have treated me half as kindly, not a tenth as kindly.
We're not
as we
talking
do
about
here.
that.
Yeah, and
no,
I
no, yes, we
understand,
are.
but-
We
We're
just
talking
talk about baselines of human nature and human behavior.
But if you're
Alex and Good was shot down. They were murdered.
yeah, and if your argument is that the American people like
They were
are illiterate and
martyrs.
misuse
They were
words, then
martyrs
that's
and they
fine.
wanted it.
But yeah,
That's not my argument. No, that's how you characterize it. I just simply said this is where the flags and the symbology and the anti-fascist ideas come from. What you do with it and how you misdeploy it is fine. Call yourself whatever you want, but you are nothing like the people who stormed Normandy or anything.
Sure.
Okay, you're a Marine. I salute you for your service, but let's be serious about what decade we're in. And I put data in the purple pill. I'll land my plane because I want to give courtesy to others. Data that left-wing violence in 2025 for the first time exceeded right-wing violence. Okay, so let's talk about the inflection point we're at and not litigate history. Thanks for letting me speak.
Next. It blocked me again. Doggone this freaking. I guess I should have stayed in there as a speaker earlier. Let's see.
I think that same data says that for years, right wing violence was.
I said, let's talk at the inflection
I-
point we are at.
But this is the same data, right?
You're trying to be right or
These are
something.
Walmart?
Yes,
No,
this
no,
is
no.
the same
I know
data.
he's cheating. He's cheating on
Got
this on the arrow search.
Just like the data that proves that more white American males.
Oh, right side's in there as a listener right now.
Look it up.
Over
than
like per
anybody else.
Yeah,
capita?
violence is
Per
bad.
capita?
Right
Yes.
side's in there as a
Yes.
listener.
Okay,
Watch out.
so there's probably a reason for that. We should explain why.
I think the right side
It may
talk.
not be the one you think, Cam. We'd have to
It's
find
a
evidence.
it's a disinformation war that we have going on here, and you know it.
I think there's all sorts of disinformation out there. I agree. We probably
Angry's in there
disagree on
also.
what the scope of the disinformation is.
Yeah, but I hate that like people get so pedantic when somebody hears Nazi, and yes, it is overused, but they go, well,
No, it's not
wait,
pedantic.
no,
It's
no, just wait, just listen. Because not that you're making this argument, but I hear something similar a lot, where when somebody hears the word Nazi, either used correctly or not, they say, actually, the party from the 1920s doesn't exist anymore, and it's like you're not understanding the heart of what they're saying, even if it is a misused word.
Right, but their inability to articulate specifically what they want is not ultimately my problem. Their
It kind
education
of
beyond
is.
their own abilities is not my problem.
It kind of
They're
is.
making it my problem. I agree with you because of the deleterious effects.
This is how
But people are not
communication
looking
works.
inward. But people are not looking inward and saying, "Wait a
But you can be
second,
upset
why is
about
there a
that all
MAGA
day.
movement?"
But this is how communication.
I'm not upset about
You
it.
gotta
I'm
meet
just
people
pointing
where
it
they're
out.
at. You gotta meet people where
You're
they're at.
talking about emotions. I'm talking about the thing intrinsically. We're on two different planes of speaking,
He's
and
our
that's the
host right now.
difference in our viewpoint.
Marine's
Okay.
in there. He doesn't. He
Well,
has bad
I hope
opinions, but he
I
doesn't
hope
usually kick.
America gets on your plane of speaking, and in the meantime, I'll
Right side
just
is the speaker
deal
now.
with how it is. Who's
We're all
next?
here together.
Yep. Thank you. Right side, you're back. Are the dogs in?
I think I'm gonna have to go like all the way out and come back in. I think he's kick off of Twitter here and restart it or something like that. Give it a whole fresh boot here. See if it matters.
Lost its worth. It just doesn't mean anything anymore because it's overused and it's used in the worst wrong ways.
May I
Honestly.
defend my usage of it because I use it very specifically.
I mean, there are people, don't get me wrong, there are people that will use it in the correct term. There are people that will use it in the correct term, but then you have what I see it with, and like what you guys know me for is the ICE protests, which I've probably been there like 2 times this year. But there's the protesters who use it so carelessly and without meaning. You know,
Agreed.
they see American flag on your clothes and they're like, oh, you're a fascist, oh, you're a Nazi. It's totally lost its meaning. Or like the
Right.
word pedophile.
Yeah,
You just
and that
go
hurts me too.
when you're down there, you just go around calling people pedophiles, which I don't agree with.
Yeah.
Like if you're a pedophile, you're a pedophile. You know, that term shouldn't be used so carelessly.
Yeah,
You got to have some proof on that.
that's why I feel it's his pain because like there are better arguments to be made, and when you just default to the base level insult, it's like a slur where it's like this is all you have, this like low level,
I know.
no
I think it
thought.
makes sense, Sean.
It's like they're not even thinking about what they're saying. And when I say it, I do mean it. And people go like, "Oh, you just all on the left." I'm like, "Nah." And I get so frustrated explaining it over and over and over. That is just like it is what it is. But I'm still gonna use my speech to call very specific people.
So on my side, it gets very hard. Like if you guys, like I'm sure you guys have certain situations like what I'm about to describe. On our side, we have situations where you know, a lot of you guys use it so carelessly. A lot of you guys have been violent or attacked one of us. And you guys may have that same situation on your side where, you know, you kind of start to group people, which I try not to do. But you start to group, and I still do it from time to time. You start to group people as if they're all the same.
Pretty much, Latina.
And so,
Looking for other content, but I couldn't find
you know,
any.
that's just one of the things that happen when you see something so common, especially being down. If you're a streamer and you're down at ICE, if you're a coverage person, a street reporter and you're down at ICE, you see these things um, happen so frequently. You start grouping these people in. And then the second thing that I wanted to touch up on was Pam said that white people brought over drugs. More white people than anyone have brought over drugs into the US. The actual fact checked on that is from the USSC. Hispanics are at 42 to 44%. Blacks are at 26 to 31%. Whites are at 24 to 26%. So whites are actually the least race that brings over drugs. Not the least, but because there's
It
other
was
that is
white
at
males.
3%.
Well,
White
Pam can,
males.
yeah, Pam can speak to the statistics on that. But as far as like lumping people in goes, like I just laugh because again, you cozy up to an administration that literally uses that same tactic to make people comfortable enough with throwing around the word terrorist and pray for federal intervention on them, and that is actually what the Nazis did. Like again, like I'm not going to call people Nazis for supporting whatever the fuck they want, but like, you know, the bringing down the federal government against your opposition is exactly what the Nazis did. So,
Yeah. Sorry, I spaced out because I was
all good.
looking at
Because Marie's an idiot and he
what
it makes no sense
Pam
when he
was
talks.
saying. But I mean, even with between the males, the Hispanics and blacks overcome the white men that bring over drugs.
Are you familiar with Axtell Media?
What?
Axtell Media? They're part of your group. They were, I don't know, Jesse. I
What
don't
about
want
it?
to say names. I don't know. They're calling. They're out there calling for civil war like yesterday. Again, this is a MAGA media group, apparently.
So with how I see you know, one opinion of one person in I'm conservative. I don't say I'm MAGA. I've never once said I'm MAGA. You know, there's things I support with Trump. There's things that I don't support with Trump. Like I agree
You
with
know,
the
I'm
strikes on
calling you
Iran.
MAGA.
Huh?
I'm calling you MAGA. Yes. And I have a specific definition by that, and you can be like upset
No,
about it,
he's an
but
idiot.
I
I'm
mean,
not.
I'm not upset. I mean, I've heard it since I started. You know, you guys
Well, there's
just
a reason
called
for
me
that
MAGA
because
with everything I feel.
Really, Louis?
But I mean, I've
Doesn't
heard it. I'm
surprise
not
me.
upset about it. I mean, words
Think
just kind of
she's so
roll off
special.
like toy guns. But I mean, I don't care
They're
that you guys
obsessed with kind of
call me
name
MAGA. That's
calling,
just your view of me.
racist,
I
sexist,
never once said I
Nazi,
was MAGA. I
anything
do
like that.
support Trump. There's things I support, but there's things that I also don't agree with. You know, supporting the president, you don't have to agree with everything they say. And that's just, I
you
think
supported
that's,
your fucking boyfriend trying to usurp the government, right? Or a federal proceeding for the federal government.
wait, re-ask that?
You support your boyfriend who was convicted of seditious conspiracy against the United States. Like I know you've already
I do,
been like done to this whole thing, so I'm
I
not
do,
going to go down all the same old shit.
yeah, I feel like we've talked about it like probably 1,000 times, and I've probably blocked you over and over again about like 10, 20 times because I'm like, oh, we could have like a civil discussion about this, and then you like go off
We
on a
haven't talked about
tangent.
no, we haven't talked about this once. I usually just make fun of you for again, like I entered this space and the messages I got about like rumors about you have been hilarious, and that's all I've been making fun of you about. We haven't had a serious January 6th conversation because I don't think you're capable of it. But hey,
You never
whatever.
once had a conversation with me. How do you know I'm capable of it or not?
Again, because you support the guy who was convicted of seditious conspiracy. You're
I
you're the
do
girlfriend.
support him. I do support him. I support my boyfriend
Yeah.
to the ends of this earth. But
Yeah, fine.
did you follow that case or did you just read
He
the
presumes
headlines?
everything. It's just
Because
like
right now
I
it just
read
sounds
pretty
like
deeply.
you
why do
kind of
people
just read the
presume things
headline.
based on
I know,
who
No,
somebody
but
votes
I'm
followed
not
the
for?
showing
whole
my cards
case.
right now.
Why do you presume something about somebody's
Okay, so
behavior
he wasn't even
based on
there
who
on
they voted
Yeah, I know.
for?
That's
January 6th.
always. Yep,
What
he
is
wasn't
wrong
even
with
there.
people?
That's always the go-to, right? He
Yep.
wasn't even there.
What's the
But
next one?
so why do you think he was convicted over some "I'm proud of you" text? How many times have you guys been protesting and someone
Have you
was
not
like,
seen
"Oh,
my
I'm proud
response
of
to
you
this?
guys
I
for
know I've
fighting"?
posted. So again, I'll phrase it very, very simply for everybody listening in. If I gather Pam and everybody else, I start a group chat and I say, and we're all buddies in that group chat. And I say, hey, we should invade the Capitol. And then one day they do it. And in that text message, I say, I'm proud of you. We did this. Then yeah,
But he never said, "Let's
I'm
go
liable.
invade the
Maureen,
Capitol."
it was a lot more than that. He had a lot of conversations. They
I
found that
know.
he was
I'm breaking it down
No,
Barney
he
he
style.
was planning it. He had it
he
Yes.
planned.
wasn't planning it.
Yes, he was. And I'm breaking it down Barney style for everybody in the chat. If I start that group chat and
But
I am
he
in that group
he
chat
never
and
once
that
said, "Let's
happens.
invade."
No, not those specific words. Again, I am summarizing, but I do know the case. If I do these things,
He
then
did
yes,
say,
I am.
sorry, I'll
What
let
did
you
he say?
talk.
Oh, I'll
He
just
did
say I'm on the hook.
Yeah, he did say, "I'm proud of you" text, but I mean, say you guys were protesting or like one of your guys's people got arrested for something, like you would say, "I'm proud of you for sticking up for us. I'm proud of you for sticking up for your country," blah, blah, this and
No,
that.
if I'm watching one of these restreamers in Portland and I'm watching them invade the ICE facility, and in that text message, I say, keep going. Or I tweet out, keep going while I'm watching that. Then yeah, this all adds to the case that yes, I want that. I want the violence. I planned the violence. I helped it. And I'm not saying that
I mean,
he planned all of January 6th. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that he is on the hook for good reason. He lost this case for good reason.
him wanting it and him doing it is completely two different things.
That's not what the court records were able to prove, that he had
Oh, what were they
conversations
able
with
to
them.
prove, Pam, that he sent "I'm proud of you" text?
Can I speak on that? But
Yeah, go ahead, Sito.
More than that.
yeah,
Well, I want Smoke to go next, but first, before
Yeah.
right wing rebel left, I was going to ask her if she wants to apologize for calling isn't too old.
When did I ever say? Oh
When
wait,
you were on Mr. Bill, you know
no,
you said
that
it.
is not what I said,
Mr.
Pam.
Bill. Yes, you did. Don't gaslight me. You did.
Pam,
I've seen your
I will
comments.
grab the recording from Mr. Bill. I never said
Yeah,
if you
please
weren't
do.
old, I would beat the shit out of
Well,
you.
what
I
did you
said
say?
if I didn't have respect for myself, and yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
say anything about. I don't think I said anything about your age, and like, I'll see if Mr. Bill has a recording of
Okay,
this.
so what did you
We
say?
we respect
I
our
said if I
elders.
had respect, tongue twist, if I didn't have respect for myself, that I would probably beat the shit out of you with everything that you do. You tend to twist words, Pam.
Oh, I twist words.
You do. You do.
So you can
You
remember
asked me
everything
why I
somebody
didn't show
says
up to your
perfectly.
house,
That's not
and
what
I
I
said
see.
I
I'm
felt that
not.
was
Shout out I wanted
That's what I
disrespectful.
mean. Like you're obliged to say that because she rejected the part that your boyfriend fucking guzzled down along with another loaded Trump cum, just like you, and you hate her for that. And I'm watching as a normal ass American, and I can see it too. Like we all see it. And as soon as this fucking administration is over, every ounce of legitimacy you people have will be over. History will write itself.
I don't
Smoke.
know.
You know.
See,
So,
I've been
what?
waiting for quite some time here.
What's it?
Jesus.
Yeah, so have I. So have
Yeah, you're
I.
good.
Yeah,
You're
so
good.
I
You're
did
good.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to apologize to Mike. Yeah, he was another road. Go on, Mike.
Yeah, my hand was up like I think 5 minutes before right side even came in, but no, it's all good. It's all good. I just wanted to say, yeah, what you're saying, right side doesn't. You know, you remember how you approached me. You remember our discussions. You're fake. You're fake. That's why when I saw you with Enrique, I didn't even address you when you were calling out my name. So there we go. Second of all, Tommy, this goes to TikTok. TikTok said that Tommy never sucker punched anybody. Yes, he did. The second person that he knocked out or that he got into a fight with there in front of the ICE facility, which it wasn't actually in front. It was the night that Nick Shorter was there. Okay. I was 20 feet away. 20 feet away. I saw Tommy sucker punch the guy that stepped off the curb. And then third, hold on. I don't know who's chiming in.
Dean,
Who's
I'll put
chiming
you
in?
down if you don't put your hand
Who's
up.
chiming in? I don't even see who it is.
Wouldn't be the first
Anyways,
time.
yeah, whatever. So third, when did words offend MAGA? I thought MAGA was tough. I thought MAGA had a spine. What happened? What happened?
Idiots.
What is that?
TikTok, your mic's on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you.
Like potato
Yeah,
chips.
That's the chips.
okay, that's what it sounded like. Yeah, it sounded like a bag
It
of
is.
potato chips. But
Potato chips.
but all this crying over us calling them Nazis, us calling them the Gestapo. Wham! I mean, wow. So yeah, my opinion of them has totally changed. They're not tough anymore. Again, when did your balls fall off, MAGA men? I mean, I keep telling them when they yell stuff at us, I tell the rest of my people, I'm like, they're just words. That's all they have is words. But if we use words back to them, wah, they go crying in chats like this, in live panels like this. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. But I'm going to land my plane right there. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Marines. I have to get going here in a little bit. I'll stick around just to listen what maybe some of the responses are. But
I wanted to say something nice about you, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, bring it on. I'm landing my plane. I'm muting up.
Phil's been patient and he'll be next too. So
So
go on, Phil.
So this is kind of going to be a long, maybe a little long, but hear me out. And this is probably the nicest thing that I can say about Pam and Mike and everybody else that is been in the ICE facility.
Hey, Grandpa, how you doing? Nice to see
you
you.
know, wavelengths. In the past year. And this goes for both sides.
He whines about everything. I know.
If we remember what
words
happened,
hurt.
we remember
You
what
know how many
happened
times
in
this guy's cried
2020.
about
It was
words
the
Trump said? Oh
pandemic.
no, Trump's
There's
going to do
people,
this, even though he's not
cooped
going
up
to do it.
inside, and it
Trump
was
said
the
this. Trump
Black
said
Lives
this. Oh
Matter
no,
movement. So there were a lot
words
of
definitely
people
hurt
in
him.
2020
Somebody he doesn't even
that were
know.
angry and got riled up about Black Lives Matter. There was a lot bigger crowd than now, because of all the other things going on. And there were the people that were genuinely down there protesting Black Lives Matter. You had like the wall of like moms that were down there protesting. Everybody was. The protests were way bigger, but behind those people that were actually protesting, that were actually down there for a good cause, were the people in Black Bloc. And the people hiding their identities, there were people behind them. There was Alyssa Azar. There was, there were all kinds of people, and it was a whole different crowd before than what's going on now. And what I was listening to TikTok earlier. What I'm afraid for you guys is
They would love it.
Pam,
Yeah, that'd be a good place for them.
you and
Get their
Mike,
safe space.
I feel are kind of the Black Lives Matter, there for the real cause. When it starts getting warmer out, and if they start getting
Interesting take. Yeah.
some crazy Supreme Court shit, and there gets some race shit gets kicked off, this summer's going to be crazy. And I don't want you guys caught in the middle of the Black Bloc Antifa. That's not who you are. And I think a lot of the things when they
It
say
is.
the terrorist
They
organizations,
Pam Marie said she trusts Black
not,
Bloc.
oh yeah, we're calling himself Antifa because I'm anti-fascist, we're anti-Trump. No, we're talking about the people in Black Bloc, the ones that come down there with helmets on that hide their identity.
Can you
Those
imagine?
are the people that we're really talking about as terrorists.
She's watching me.
The
Thank you.
ones that will go smash up
Wait.
stores.
Yeah, Phil.
on there. You know why they had to wear black helmet?
Is she going to go
'Cause they
back to
were
history
being-
again?
They were being doxxed.
And
No, they
Alyssa,
no, they, no, they
like
weren't.
Alyssa
No, they
Azar,
weren't.
right? Like, so if Biden had come in and pardoned Alyssa Azar, that would kind of give a pathway to Black Bloc and say it's okay as long as you do it in the name of the person who will pardon you. That's kind of my
Well,
argument.
no, they weren't charged. They weren't
Was
thrown.
found. I'm reading now. Independent journalist was found guilty of riot and the second degree disorderly conduct in connection with the 2021 riot in Oregon City Park.
Yes,
That
yes,
shit.
sir. Yes, sir. How many days did she do in jail?
I don't know about that.
Like a week. The J6ers did years before
Yeah,
they
but I
could
was just
see a
arguing
judge.
with somebody about that
Before they
today
could
about
see a
like Jake
judge.
You
about
can't
Jake Lang.
compare.
Yeah, about Jake Lang, who also like, oh, he spent 40. He requested a delay for an appeal for every single minute thing, just like Trump
Good,
waived
good.
his
That's what
right
you're
to his
supposed to.
right to his
That's how
speedy
court
trial.
works. That's what you
Well, then
pay
you can't
lawyer
fucking
for.
complain when it takes 4 years.
But he wasn't. But he wasn't in solid. Should he have been in solitary the
I
whole
don't
time?
think I don't think he was. He wasn't. Not Jake Lang.
No, that's another propaganda lie. He was
Yeah,
not
it's
in
bullshit. No,
solitary.
I don't know. I
he
don't
wasn't.
really care. Jake Lang was one of those that I don't really give a shit about. He's a
Okay,
shithead.
I know it's
He
always somebody
lied
else, but
about.
this is the same shit.
Well, I don't care about J6. All I'm saying is I'm telling you guys to be careful because I don't want you guys to be the shields for obviously Big Mike can handle himself, but I don't think of you guys as the terrorist. It's the Black Bloc
Good.
Antifa. I was there before. Pam, this is all new for you. There were people here that saw this before, and they weren't getting docked. There was no Patriot Corner. There was there were Proud Boys, but they were fighting with each other. You don't want to be involved in that, and just be careful this summer to not get involved in that because that could be a slippery slope, and I don't want that. For either of you, because I don't think that you're not the ones that we're talking about. You're shitheads and white trash that has nothing
Ew.
else to do. But I don't think that they're the terrorists that we're talking about.
They're not
Listen.
terrorists.
Yeah, pass the word. All right, we got to cycle back around.
Oh, could I just quickly respond? Thank you, Phil. If you don't mind, I agree with you that like when it comes to the Black Bloc, sometimes we don't know who some of the Black Bloc are that show up down there because they're in Black Bloc. The ones that we're familiar with, they wear usually the same stuff, and we'll be like, oh, okay, I remember that person. I know that person. I know that person. Now, okay, a couple months ago, both Shanes showed up. Patriot Shane and Ground Zero showed up in Black Bloc. I didn't know who they were, but they were standing behind me, and they were chanting, "Chigalamigala" and all this stuff. And then about an hour later, they were laughing, and then they're like, "Do you know who we are?" And I'm like, "Well, no, not actually, no." And then they revealed themselves. So during the George Floyd riots in Minneapolis, there were cops, feds that were exposed in Black Bloc that were breaking windows. Okay, and when nobody else was breaking windows, they were breaking windows, causing damage to countless businesses in the area, and they were exposed. So that's the thing. We just don't know. I think both sides, should be careful with Black Bloc when you're not familiar with. It's hard to tell them apart. But I mean, like the ones that we deal with a lot of times, you see somebody that's tall that's wearing those type of shoes or those type of boots. It's like, okay, I know that person. But yeah, there's several of them down there, especially the ones that actually climbed up on the building and kicked down the security cameras. I mean, I've never seen those people before. It could just be some random 19-year-old that came, from out of town or is in town and just wanted to cause problems. There's a lot of people that just want to break stuff, and they could be probably don't have any association at all. So, but yeah, thanks. I just had to say that. Go ahead.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, that's what I meant. That we're kind of on two different sides, but there are a third side that to be careful of.
Well, yeah, it's complicated. People are people, and that's the problem with everybody hiding their faces. Go out there, I don't know, have some balls. We're gonna go around Mr. Bill. I think too big to rig, and I don't see any other hands because it's fucking up. But if there are hands, we'll just go through them.
I did want to ask Right
Oh,
Side
Pam.
Rebel about Honey Badger Mom. What? Because I read
yeah.
what she said. I was wondering if you had any comment because I know you guys were inner fighting, but you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
Inner
Yeah, let's
fighting. I
yeah, let's
mean,
open it up.
inner fighting. I mean, I'm trying to say what I want to say without saying what I want to say. Inner fighting would mean that we were on the same team. I don't think we've ever been on the same team. I think it was her screaming for support. As soon as support came down, then she saw people growing, especially in the field that she's doing. And I think it just turned into jealousy from the very beginning. This stuff has been going on for months now. You guys are just now catching on because, people aren't being silent about it now. So this has actually been going on for months since I started. You guys are just now seeing it.
Was there any other dirty laundry you want to share with us?
No.
Awesome.
Oh wait, I had my hand up, but I'll let other people go.
Well, I just
Yeah.
I earlier to Marines that I wanted to ask you a couple of quick questions. For one, you said before that Enrique wasn't there, so doesn't matter. It's like he's not responsible or anything. Was Charles Manson at the Tate House when he got killed? Because I recall he went to prison for the rest of his life for the murders, but he wasn't there. So are you saying that people that aren't there didn't commit crimes? I mean, he was in communication with Roger Stone and Ali Alexander.
Roger Stone has been his mentor since the very beginning, but
that's
they
not
have
to be proud of, but go ahead.
just because you're friends with someone or you have had a relation with someone doesn't mean something behind the scenes is going on, which I
That's
see.
like saying my best friend is George Soros, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, you
Is
don't
your
realize
best friend George Soros?
if Roger Stone
Yeah.
wanted the vote counting interrupted, do you really think Enrique said, Roger, we really shouldn't do that? Or do you think he was like, hey, that's a great idea? Which one really sounds like?
Yeah, TikTok. She's not going to engage with
No,
this.
she's
And
not.
I'd be willing to have a fucking January 6th conversation with Enrique, but again, that's a
Well,
waste of time too. They're all fucking traitors. We do
I
have to
don't-
cycle around.
We're just
Oh,
not
go
letting
ahead,
you talk.
go
Okay.
ahead. Go, so you don't get play victim. Go on. I'll give you the floor.
I'm not.
You were
playing
addressed
victim.
personally.
I'm
You were
just saying
addressed personally.
I've tried talking so many times, and you guys haven't let me talk. You guys just keep on saying, "Oh, she's not going to conversate with you." Well,
Make her share dirty laundry first.
No, go ahead, right side. I'll give you the floor, and then we got to cycle around.
okay, so like I said before, wanting something and doing something is completely different. He was sent a document that he never even opened. Just because he sent "I'm proud of you" text doesn't mean that he did it. If he if he was encouraging this to happen, if he was proud that this was happening, that's completely different than planning it. He shouldn't have been convicted 22 years for
Right. No, and
something he was just
I
proud
would.
of happening. Just because he had a opinion on something, that's like as if saying that, oh, I don't like your opinion on your side, so I think you should be arrested for 22 years, which sometimes I think that because I think some of the stuff on the Democrat side is purely evil, and I know
Got
you're
it. Okay.
not
So what
Dem
I would
or
say to that, and I
Republican.
know we can just go down the fucking real quick. We're gonna go down the dialogue tree where I say, "Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking lose the first one, then that's gonna fucking undercut my entire argument." God damn it. Well, I lost it.
I'm just
No, so
wondering if she read the whole court record. Do you think the DOJ made up everything that they presented as evidence?
how's it fucking go? How's it gonna fucking go? Tell me, George. Tell me, George Soros. So he wasn't there. Oh, right. No, so okay, I got it. I remember now. So it's all the shit was argued in court. It didn't go the way you fucking wanted. And then you'll say the jury's compromised. I'll say that he also had pick of the jury. That's how this works. And then they'll say that everything's bullshit. That's how they do it. Sorry, I had to fucking think of that first thing.
What an idiot.
No,
Well,
I
I
Sorry,
was,
wasn't
Pam.
quite.
I was gonna say that the prosecutor literally asked him to lie and
Okay.
say that Trump told him to.
Sure. All right, Pam.
He
Ask
didn't. He
Enrique.
didn't say. He did not. He asked him if he thought. Is there? Yeah.
Yeah, it's past 1 a.m., so we're getting fucking crazy brain now. We got to cycle around. Mr. Bill's been
Oh, it's
patient, and I
10 o'clock
appreciate
for
him.
me.
Yeah, if it's my turn, yeah, when Right Side Rebel was in my chat there the other day, can you guys hear me? Or we did something.
Sure can. Welcome back, man.
Cool. Yeah, when she was in there the other day, she was livid and things like that. But even though as livid as she was with Pam and other things, she still always said if she was an unkind person, which she wasn't, or if she was, you know, a rude person, then she would call Pam this, or that she would do something to Pam. She never said that she would do the thing to Pam under current circumstances. You understand that? And then
Oh,
also,
of course you're gonna lie, Bill.
I was there. You understand? I was there
You guys
listening.
called me every
I
name
was
you
there
could think of.
watching it,
A
and I made
liar,
sure I would have.
a
Pam,
terrorist.
were you watching, Pam? No, you
She
weren't.
called me a cunt and
Yes,
said I would
yes.
like to beat the hell out of her if I could.
If she was a bad person or whatever, if she was unkind, I forget the exact word she used, but she always prefaced it saying that if she was a rude person, she would do something. But she's not.
I
You understand the difference?
stand her. I hate
Yeah,
her.
if she was a kind person, she wouldn't guzzle this fucking traitor's. Fuck
I
off.
You
said
understand
if I
that?
didn't have respect for myself,
Respect for herself.
You
and if
don't.
my parents raised me any differently.
Exactly.
At least based on never mind.
Okay, but anyway, just getting back to that point there, so Pam will maybe stop lying about what she said there, but I doubt it. The other thing was 5
Bill,
minutes
do you
before.
have a recording of that?
I could try to find it there
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah, play it. It's worse than
Pam,
what
you
I'm
won't believe it.
sharing.
I've shown you 10 videos in the Purple Pill. You have not looked at any of them. Why am I going to try to find another video that you're not going to look at and then say
Because
that
people are
oh,
gonna
it was
realize
out of
that I'm
context?
nice.
Because you don't look at
I'm
videos.
nice.
You only look at your
Because
videos that
what
are out
she
of
said
context.
was worse. So what she said was worse than I'm even sharing.
Okay, what I said to you is like months of built up anger of you twisting stories, Pam. I took a video of me in Idaho, and then the next night you asked me why I didn't come to your house, and I said I felt that would be disrespectful. You didn't ask me if I had your address or whatnot. Maybe you did.
Well, how were
actually.
you going to come to
But
my
on the
house?
video,
How
on
were
the
you going to
video,
come
you're-
there if you didn't have my address?
I physically don't have your address. I do
How
know
will you
who
come to
and
my
where
house?
I could get, because I know where I could get it from. I
Well,
didn't go to your house.
Yeah, so
Pam,
everybody
there's this
knows
thing called
how to
white
go to
pages.
you
There's
and get
this.
my address.
There's a thing called white pages,
I
Pam. Very
physically
simple to
don't
do.
have it, Pam. I've said it on video
No,
so
yeah,
many times.
we understand.
But just think if I said to you, and you're with Tario, right? Proud Boys, telling me I'm coming to your house, me and the Black Bloc, but we decided not to stop by. What don't give me no crap. You know that's not, it wasn't nice. That scared me. It's like, oh fuck, now you're threatening to come to my house? What does that mean? What does that mean?
I never said I was gonna come to your house. You asked me why I didn't come to your house.
She didn't say that.
And
She
I
said that she's scared and that you scared her. Can you hear her when she says that?
I don't know why she would be scared. It just kind of
It
sounds
doesn't matter. She
victimizing.
is.
Why would she be scared if I
How
don't
about
physically
instead of
have
fucking
her
probing
address?
why somebody feels that way, how about connecting with their fucking hearts and saying, "Oh,
Because all she's
damn."
done the last something months is twist stories about me and talk badly
Oh,
about me
God.
online.
Pam, my
And
turn.
So why
share
would I
one
care
thing
about
that
her
I've shared.
feelings?
No, share one thing that I've trusted because you can't, because it's not
Well, you
twisted.
twisted
You
that
know it.
for one. You
Pam.
consistently repost that video, twisted that. You just
It's a creepy video.
You just twisted saying that I said that I was going to beat your ass. I have called you a cunt. I called you a cunt one time and then you flipped out about it, so I continued to do it. And that's why I've continued to do it, because you flipped out about it. I've dealt with you for 7-8 months now. So You could see where I've given you time and time again. We had that peaceful conversation. Then you turned around and acted so nasty to me. Look at our conversation on my stream compared to what you did right afterwards. So you're fake. You're a snake. My opinion of you isn't going to change. I think you should do some soul diving.
I think saying disgusting things with a smile doesn't make you any better of a fucking person. Fuck off. Anyone who's next?
I'm still here talking. I
How
haven't
is
finished.
it disgusting?
I haven't
She's
finished.
delusional.
I
Okay,
know.
Pam, you were saying that you care about how you feel, and you were scared because Haley's or right side said something about you. When you saw that Katie was hit with something and that she was in danger and everything, why didn't you sort of turn around? If you were so worried about people getting their feelings hurt, why didn't you just point out the fact that the people that were attacking her and tell them to stop attacking the person that looked like they were a scared person? Katie
That's
was
not my
scared.
job. That's a police
No,
officer's
no,
job.
be consistent, Pam. Be consistent. You just said you're worried about being hurt by
No,
somebody
it's not
coming and
being
attack you. Be consistent, please. Please let Pam answer if she's going to
Yeah,
answer.
go ahead, Pam.
Pam, do you
Go ahead,
understand
Pam.
the consistency
Answer
factor
for,
here? Answer to be
the
consistent
fucking
in your
disorder of the
ideology.
streets.
If you're worried about yourself, somebody kind of possibly coming to get you, are you still worried about other people that are literally being attacked at ICE that you're right in front of and that you have a chance to do something about? And you do nothing about it but egg them
That's a
on?
way to avoid the topic, and I'm not.
You're not going to
avoiding
answer the
it.
question. Again,
I'm
you have
not gonna
never
avoid
answered
the question.
you have
The
never
right-
answered one question of mine in this chat, not one.
Good, good. You don't deserve to get an answer.
Okay, because you can't answer.
Instead of caring about when I got choked out, why did you twist the story and say it was my fault that I got choked out? So why didn't you care about me when I was
What do you mean,
getting
when
choked
did you
out and
get
almost
choked out?
went unconscious
When was this?
by Chandler
Well, I didn't know anything
when his
about that.
girlfriend hit me?
I didn't see it.
Yeah, again, if we
Is that when
if
you
you-
like
beginning
socked?
of the
Is
video.
that when
You
is
said
that when you
everything
socked the
was-
shit out of her, or is that something else?
When
She
she
said
hit me?
everything was fine. They even talked afterwards. They were buddies afterwards.
We weren't buddies afterwards. We did talk. We did have a peaceful conversation. I was able to
What's
get
the
an interview
problem?
with them.
I saw you guys hug.
Yes. Yeah. Is it a crime? Do I want to indulge in the political violence? Do I
No, I'm
want
just
to
saying-
hate every single person that
No.
doesn't agree with my beliefs?
No, I'm just
I
saying.
guess so.
Like, sometimes you can't reflect back on it and say, "Oh my God, I was so wrong." When you literally that very
Well, I was using that as an
buddies with her.
example.
That is kind of the purpose of this fucking space in the title, where there's all this infighting, and it seems like it's just the same group over and over and over again. And that's why I laugh across the country when I hear the calls for the federal government to come down on them and fucking fix the final solution to Antifa. I'm
Marine,
like,
just
what the fuck?
Marine, just a little while ago, you kind of said some very rude things to Right Side Rebel, saying that she was
Okay, dude.
Well, I'm just letting you know what you said is she's a disgusting and uncaring person, things like that.
I
And
will
you,
be rude to
you
her
just heard. You just
every fucking
heard.
time. I don't
Yeah,
give a
please let me
shit.
finish the sentence. Thank you. And you just heard from your own people that she hugged somebody there, after, even though that person just got in a fight with them. You want to take back what you said about Right Side Rebel? Not that you have to, but since you said rude things and you just got evidence that she
No.
did do something right,
No, she's
you're
a
not going to take it back.
lying-
I'm good.
She's a lying
No, I'm good.
narcissist.
Yeah, she's a
How am I a
traitor.
liar? How am I a narcissist?
You're
Because you
you're
t-
narciss.
yeah.
You're yeah, you are. You know it. You want to be a
How
center
am I a
of
liar?
attention.
How am I a
Because you
You're a
don't
narcissist?
traitor.
think about
I have
any.
posts I have proof of.
Yes,
You are an
you're
anti-American
with
traitor.
Tara.
You are a scum.
You guys
How-
are
how am
proving
I
how
not?
inconsistent you
You
are.
actually hate America, right, Sarah?
You guys are proving how
How do I
inconsistent
make-
you guys are
how
right
do I
now. You
hate
know
the
that?
country
You
that I
actually-
fought for?
No,
How do
you
I
actually
hate the
do hate
country that I
America.
gave up my freedom for?
No, you asked for medical leave to get out of the service.
How did I ask for medical leave? I'm pretty sure I got medical when I got
You can have
injured.
medical leave. That's fine. But like, you would defend a president over the actual country. I think you care more about what this idea, this weird ideology that you have, more than the actual fucking country. Maybe you actually don't.
When
no,
I sat
no,
here
actually,
just a
no,
little
no.
bit
You're-
ago
you
and
know
said
what? I
that there's
take that
things
back.
I
You're
agree
actually
with
not.
and there's
No,
things
no,
that
no, no.
I don't agree with.
You're right, and I immediately retract that statement because you are not one of these faithful people. You're a fucking knowing, lying grifter. You're lying to people like Mr. Bill, who thinks he's gonna fucking make it big and fucking get a pat on the head from you, and
I
then
don't
you're
care.
gonna get a pat.
I-
You're gonna get a pat on the head.
She hates me all the time.
Mr. Bill.
She
Mr.
picks
Bill,
on me
I
all the
just want
time.
you
Liar.
to know that I'm lying to you. I'm lying to all my friends. Conspiratard, I'm lying to you. Tommy, I'm lying to you. Guys, I'm lying
Yes.
to all of you. I'm actually this
I don't think you're
Megan.
lying.
I twist all
Right,
the
Ringler.
stories. I watch people get attacked and I twist it and I blame it on the victim, right? I
I
lie
do.
to all of you.
I
I'm
do.
so sorry, everyone. I'm
You're
such a narcissist.
you're a
I'm
creator
such
of your
a
own problem. You are self-centered to the max. You
Yeah,
will not
just don't.
accept the
I'm
fact,
so self-centered, guys.
Mary. No, listen. You're not lying. You believe what you're
You just said
saying.
I was a
That's how
I
delusional
called her
you
a
are.
liar. I'll
Let me
stand by it.
finish.
So Pam, you don't
Go
believe what
on.
you're saying
I'm a
then?
liar.
Nah,
So
listen,
now
You don't
that
believe what
I'm
you're
saying
saying?
I'm a liar, you have to go against me. God.
No, she's not lying. She's
This forced
delusional.
laugh is really
There's a
cringe.
difference.
Hands up.
Mega believes their own lies. They've learned from Trump. You got to realize this. They're very
Can I ask one
sick
more
people,
question
very
unrelated? Can I ask
immature.
one
I
more
forgot
question?
to tell you, I was
Very
trained by the
practiced.
feds. I was trained by Trump himself.
Your boyfriend probably was. Not by
Mossad.
Trump.
You're
Yes, my
Mossad.
boyfriend is actually a ICE agent too.
A
Did you
Fed.
guys know that? Did you guys
Probably.
know that he's a white supremacist, even
I mean,
though
she's
he's
doing
Cuban?
the irony poisoning because what she's saying is actually probably true. That's what she's doing. Pam, did you have anything to say?
Do you hear how retarded that sounds?
Sure.
Look, I can have the patience because I was with Mega. I know how brainwashed they are by Trump. They are in a cult. You got to be a little patient with them because they're so delusional. They don't see what's happening. If they were seeing what really's happening in the United States, they would be with us, pushing back to save their own democracy. And they'll thank us one day. That their grandchildren will thank us. They would be side by side with Black Bloc.
Pam,
'Cause
where
one
does this?
day you're going to need them when you're put on the train. You don't think you're going on a train? You don't think Trump is heading towards 100% fascism to be the? You don't think he's going to try to stay as president? He's already trying to stop our elections. My God, all the signs are there, but you don't research. You just going around. I love my flag and I love America. I love racism. I think we need to get rid of the transgender. We need to stop women having abortions. That's you're against our Constitution in the United
Okay,
States.
Pam.
All people
Yeah, you
are
can't. Yeah, you
created
can't claim to
equal.
be patriots. You can't claim to be
Pam.
patriots
No.
and then group buddy with people who want to take away rights of Americans. Fuck off. with
One
that
more
shit.
question.
We got to cycle
what
around,
about the
Mr. Bill.
rights of the babies?
Hey, right side. I appreciate you, but we are going to cycle around. Mr. Bill, wrap it. What's your last part, and then we'll move on.
Thank you. Pam just mentioned that she's big into the Constitution and big on democracy. Can she tell me where it says democracy anywhere in the Constitution?
Nobody gives a fuck about this, dude.
So you're saying that there's no democracy in the
It's
Constitution,
not
and
a
we're
democracy because Democrats
that we're a
are bad? Is
constitutional
that the point?
republic. If we
Constitutional
had to,
republic, Republicans good.
hey, you said you would give me time. I was asking for 10 more seconds. Thank you.
Yeah, I get the point. It's a stupid point.
The point is, we're a constitutional republic. If we were a democracy, a majority of the people would be able to dictate whatever the minority of the people
A
do.
representative democracy and a constitutional republic. have
What would happen?
overlaps, and
What would
that's
happen
what
if
we
the
are?
What would happen if the majority of the people wanted slavery in this democracy that you want?
Jesus fucking
What would
Christ.
happen?
I'm not-
We would have slavery,
I
right?
can't give you a first grade civics lesson. I'll have to
Trump
give you that
is going
another
to
time.
get rid of women voting. Trump's going to get rid
How
of
would-
voting.
He
Period.
won't, but they want to. I mean,
A
there's people
democratically
who support
elect-
him who want to.
Yeah.
They won't be able to fucking succeed in that. They want. There's people who support him and keep his political movement afloat who want to do that though, and he's willing to engage and embrace that. And that's the fucking problem. And they'll never acknowledge that.
What idiots.
So we're gonna
Anyway,
cycle
move
around,
on.
eh? Yeah. All right. God, where we at? Too big to rig. I think you've been waiting.
Yeah, the hypocrisy that I've been hearing here is
Yeah,
like
next
overwhelming,
level.
and it's kind of breaking my brain a little bit. Like it's legit. It's
Good.
glitching out. I have to call at least some of it out. Okay. First of all, Marines, you were just talking down to right side for standing by her boyfriend over a text, and
No, for
you're
being a
literally
traitor.
you're like standing by Pam, who is the J6er.
Yeah, because she didn't take the pardon and accepted that she was guilty.
Okay, but she okay, sure. Glitching my brain out.
There's a
Like,
big fucking difference there, right?
no.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
anyways, and
What's your point?
That's just hypocrisy, okay? I'm not even gonna argue about
I
right,
just
wrong,
explained
whatever.
exactly why that's consistent. So what's your next
It's not
point?
consistent.
My
no.
next point is that Smoking, whatever that dude's name was, he was saying that Tommy cheap shotted his second knockout, and that's not true at all. So he punched the dude, and he's right there, so he can probably confirm, right? We all saw it. He punched a
Well,
guy
I
who
have
was
the
running
video.
after his
I have
friend
the
with
video.
a,
I was right there too. I have the
with a
video.
can
You
of
want me
bear
to,
mace. So if
want me to
somebody,
post it?
sure, if somebody's running after you with a can of bear mace and your buddy happens to be in between you and the person that's getting ran at, and you punch that person along the way, how is that a cheap shot? I don't think so. If you're standing there just recording and someone that comes up and just socks you and keeps running, that's a cheap shot. Okay, that's not the same thing. That is not at all the same thing. That's all I'm gonna even get into right
All
now.
right. Well, all right. Appreciate you. I know I'm hot, but
The
appreciate you.
hypocrisy
Appreciate
is unbelievable.
It's so
Well,
fucking raw. I rub my
they
nipples
don't.
to it.
It's
They
cringe.
they think I really care. I don't care about hurting your feelings when it's
You
factual.
don't care about you being hypocritical.
What the fuck? Where are we at? Is it TikTok, Misi?
I think I had one up first, but I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
Oh,
what we got.
guess who's in there? Uh-oh. Tommy
All right,
and
Misi, go ahead.
Will are both in there.
Okay, so first of all, what Spider Mike said about black
Tommy,
bloc cops
Will,
and feds
they're
being in
both.
black bloc and breaking windows and stuff like that, I just searched the internet. I see nothing about that. But the second
Try to
thing
find that
also
video.
is I was actually going to bring up some hypocrisy because okay, so Pam was talking with I don't remember who about the word Nazi, and she said, "Why does that word bother you so much? It's a word or whatever that she said." But meanwhile, she's so upset with being called the C word. I'm not saying I agree, disagree, but it's just a word. So if you could say this to them about the word Nazi, why are you so upset about another word? And last week y'all jumped all over me about the fact that I don't have an issue with calling illegal aliens. So I'm confused. Are words bad or are words good, or like what's the deal? Only when
That
it
was
is
that like college kid. That Obama wannabe. Honestly, he seems nice, but he needs to understand that people don't want to hear that right now.
okay,
I'm not
well,
into I'm not into being a people pleaser anymore. I'll call you out and say what I want to say, and you don't like it. That's you go deal with it. I don't care.
no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when it's convenient, certain words or terms bother you, but
Well,
then when
yeah,
someone else
so-
says certain words
yeah.
or terms bother them, you just say, well, it's just a
Right.
word. Like
I think
just
we're all
deal with it.
guilty of that, aren't we? Aren't you guilty of the same thing?
No, I use my words very
Oh,
carefully.
so I can call you the C word and it won't bother you.
Honestly, you could call me the C word and it won't bother me. What I would think is, wow, how sad that a grown woman is going to use that word. But it wouldn't bother me because I know I'm not that. So no, it wouldn't bother me.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Does anybody in chat remember
right.
what day
your
it was
Your halo's gonna choke you.
when Rebel was in
And
the
when I'm
chat
being
and
real with you, you just want to go down
yeah,
like
having that
below
little
the
shouting
belt.
match with Pam that was in the chat?
Yes. I
What
mean,
day was
like,
that?
what the fuck?
I will
You asked
cash
me a
app you
question, I
$5 if
answered
you
it
can find
honestly.
the
I
date
don't
and the
care
time
how
slot
you call that word.
of
I
when
really
that
don't
happened.
care. I think it's a stupid word
If I have the
for
video still,
adults
I
or
probably
anyone
do.
to
But
use. I know in Europe, in England, it's a very common word. They're not as upset about it as we are. They use it constantly.
Well, let me explain something real quick here. A lot of people that are on my side have said, don't be calling them Nazis because they're not actual Nazis like the ones that the neo-Nazis. They're a group here in Portland and all over, right? They acknowledged to everybody that they're Nazis, right? We can agree on that, right? We have a group of Nazis. And I shouldn't be calling like Rebel or
hey, Jets
Tommy a
Mess, how you doing?
Nazi
Nice to see you.
because they're
Hey,
not,
Jeannie. Hey,
right?
Britt.
However,
Hey, Jets Mess.
for me, because my eyes are wide open, it feels like they're acting like them
Trying to find that
for
video.
supporting ICE and what ICE is doing to the people because
Okay,
they
so
don't care. They don't look at them as
Was it just
human
me
beings
and
being
Rebel in there,
tortured
or was Angry
and
with us?
children being starved and people being killed. That is what Nazis didn't care about.
Well, then why someone calls you?
What
so you're
about
out-
Palestine? All those children that are dying over there. They don't care about Palestine. They don't care about Ukraine or Iran right now. Those innocent kids. They don't say a word about it. They support anything that Trump is doing, even if he's doing genocide over in Palestine. That's disgusting.
It's probably like 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Oh, yes,
we went
I'll
off-
call
we
you a
went off on
damn
a
Nazi.
tangent, but-
If you're going to support Trump and his regime, you deserve to be called worse than a fucking Nazi.
Wow. What?
Anti-American, I say. That's gets to the heart of how I feel.
That's
So-
ridiculous.
That's so confusing because, like, if you're like talking about how
Right side rebel, I
women-
really appreciate you, but we really have to cycle around. You know how it is. Very busy right now.
what
sounded
hands? I
pretty
don't
radical,
even see hands up.
Let her go ahead with
Yeah,
one
you're
last
right.
one. I know.
Oh my gosh.
Happy Mother's Day, right side. You fucking dumb bitch.
We're not gonna go jumping over each other now. Let's just open up and
Yeah,
hear what
don't
right
do
side,
that.
right
Don't
side
do
has
that.
to say,
Did
and
the
then
pedophile just speak?
That
the
was
one
Will.
who's naked talking about my fucking kid?
I don't know anything about that. You have the floor there, right side.
Okay, well, I'm just confused. So you seem to care for how women are treated in your statement, but I see a lot of free Palestine, free Israel, free Iran, all this stuff. But do you guys like really look into how women are being treated over in these other areas?
No, they don't. No, they do
These
not.
children being murdered is more important than
I
that
like
right
how
now.
you totally ignored my question. Do you know how women are being treated in these other countries?
Is that any reason to not advocate for equal rights anywhere?
Again, my question completely being ignored. Do
So
you
are you
see how women are being treated
Trump?
in these other
Absolutely.
countries? Why are you
Absolutely.
not
President of
answering?
Iran? Is
So
that what
are
you're
you guys okay with women's genitalia being cut off? Women not being
I'm
able
more
to
concerned
get
about
their
America.
hair?
I'm more concerned about the innocent children.
So
The
why are
women
you
can make
screaming
the
about how
women
other countries
the
are
women are
being
adults.
dealt with?
These are children. They're more important than the adult women right now. They're more important because they're innocent. They can't make any choices.
No, what's only important is whatever fits your narrative at the moment.
Yep.
See,
Well, I'm sorry,
if I was
children aren't your
arguing against,
priority. Who gives a shit? You don't care about the children being killed? Innocent kids.
you don't care about the women
That
whose
overrides
genitalia is
their
being cut off, Pam?
Well, no, that's not
How
okay. That's a
heartless.
stupid question.
Oh my gosh,
No.
how heartless.
Oh, but you
Women,
don't care. You're heartless if you're
Pam
putting
doesn't
their
care about the women's genitalia being cut
over
off.
children.
Serena, let me
Don't
ask you a
put words
question.
in my mouth, you bitch.
Let me ask you a question, Serena. You're
Well,
very, very
the
concerned.
genitalia get cut off also in
Yeah,
those
those
countries.
Yeah,
fucking
you're
virtue signaling while trying to advocate for the, again, grouping up with people who want to take rights away from Americans. It's
Serena,
disgusting.
you're very concerned about the women's rights in other countries. Let me ask you this: as a woman, does it like just absolutely
Hands up.
infuriate you to listen to Trump and the way he treats women?
What are you referring to?
Quiet piggy, you're low IQ. God, you're a stupid reporter. You know, he doesn't do that to male reporters or anything like that. He goes after the women. He's been doing that ever since he's been a president. You know, even in his first administration during COVID, he was like insulting, trash talking women, calling them low IQ and stupid. And you know, you're concerned about other women in other countries, but you have nothing to say about the way that Trump belittles, degrades, and insults women here. Just your thoughts.
So I honestly, with words like that, I thought words weren't supposed to hurt you. Isn't that what you guys said like a little bit ago? They're just words. But I haven't really singled
No,
out
wait.
women from
Me
male.
using words, you using words, Marines, Pam, Tommy, anybody wants to use words, use them. We're not leading our country in a public view in front of the entire world with audio and video clips looking like a 5th grade brat and bully. That's our president. He should not be talking to fellow American citizens that way. So you can say words aren't supposed to hurt. When you're the president, your words matter. big
So,
time.
so
just
because he's the
banter.
president, he shouldn't have a First Amendment, right?
It should actually be more
Are you really
limited
trying to
than a typical
excuse?
citizen. Yes, he has way more power, and just like as you know, a former member of the military, when you are active military, you do have less entitlements to the First Amendment.
Yeah, like when you're in the military, you can't talk about politics.
Right,
You're
because
completely
you had
trying.
right. Hang on, TikTok. Because exactly because when you wield a certain amount of power, especially governmental power, then that you have a much higher level of responsibility. Trump does not wield. Trump does not have that. You
Okay,
people
so
do not fucking have that.
oh,
He's
You
you're
don't
saying
care about
my people.
responsibility.
So you're saying my people don't have that,
Yeah,
but
you people.
should we go back to the seditious six video where
The
they're
seditious six video. What was
the
seditious about
seditious
it?
six, the congressmen and women, the lawmakers, totally calling.
Saying
You know,
The
you're
ones
saying
that
that
said don't
people with
follow
power
unlawful
should
orders.
be. You're saying
well,
that people with power should be held to a certain standard with their
what was
um
seditious?
Marine, she's
the
using
fact that
straw man.
Yeah, I
She's
know.
using
I
straw
know.
man.
Yeah. What was exactly? That's why I'm asking. This is a probing. I know the answer to this. It's a dumb. What was seditious?
okay, so I would hope you would
So
understand.
she can't answer this question.
Well, I'm getting to it. I would hope you would understand as a service member. Obviously, we go through basic. We learned that we don't have to take unlawful orders. That's like one
Right.
of the first things we will learn. There
Yep.
was no reason, and this is the seditious part. There was no reason why these lawmakers said that, oh, military members just randomly. Military members, you don't have to take unlawful orders from your president and then telling the American citizens that Trump is going to turn military against them. That's the seditious
That's
part.
not what
That's a
they. That's not what
fact.
they. That is
That's
not,
a
and that's not
fact.
what they even said in
I'll
the
pull
video.
up
They
the
did not say that.
video.
They did not say that the military will be used against the American people.
No,
They
they
said
did not.
They said
they
that
said
Trump was going to turn the military against them.
They did not. We have the video. We've heard it.
they
It's
said that
gaslighting.
you have the right to refuse unlawful orders, which you just said is true, right?
That's
Yes, and
all
that's
they
one of the
said.
first things we know, but you know where
Right.
that's going.
Yeah, I found
Right.
it.
So
As
it's
a
just.
military member, there's
So,
no reason
I
to
didn't
say
clip
that.
it, but I
You're
found
gonna
it.
what do you,
have
it doesn't matter
people
if there's no
turning.
reason to say that. It's just it's like
If some of you
just
guys are good at
making a video
clipping,
about the weapons safety
here's the
rules.
video.
It's
So
true.
you just proved my point. So
Paste.
people with power should be able to say whatever they want to say.
Right
You
around
just
6
That's
hours
proved
and
not
my
at all
point.
what I
45
fucking
minutes
said.
in this
That's the point
video.
you're making.
If anybody wants
No,
to
I
clip
forgot. I
that
even
part
forgot we
out
were arguing that. I was
where
at this point
Rebels
attacking your
said that
definition of seditious, which
You
is weak.
forgot that we
Marine,
were
uh,
arguing it, and that's why
she
you
would only
said
do
what you
something to
said. But it
Oh,
has
Pam
to fit your
right
if
narrative.
side
she didn't
rebel.
have respect for
No,
herself.
one of the generals, Trump told him to go
Feel
shoot
free
the
to clip it and send it.
protesters. And if it wasn't for him being there, it would have happened. And that's where
And
Trump
that
is right now. He'll give unlawful
and that
orders. He
video right there,
will.
if you can find
So
that
Serena,
part there.
you learned in basic training not to follow unlawful orders, correct? Along with other military members that are all across the United States, right?
Hand up
One of
again.
the first things you learn.
Oh, exactly. Now the problem is, and the reason those 6 had to go through with a video and make that point is because we've never in our history had a president that would even be thoughtful of giving an unlawful order until Trump. They had to be reminded
Oh my
of what
goodness.
you
Oh my
learned.
goodness. I got him. I got him on
Nothing
this.
seditious about it.
What
The
unlawful
president,
order did Trump give?
gosh, those boat strikes in the Caribbean, or
Not
not the Caribbean,
unlawful.
totally unlawful.
Oh, drugs coming into our borders.
Those drugs were not.
They're justifying it,
trying to
but
make that case.
it was still a crime.
Yeah,
How is it
it's
still a crime? You're
definitely a war
bringing
crime.
drugs into the U.S.
Striking a school that killed 168 children. The double tap. Oh my God, Pete Hegseth, the double tap on the boat. Okay, let's say they were shipping drugs in. The rule of law states that, the rule of law of war states that any survivors must be rescued. Instead, they double tapped them and killed them all.
Yeah, no, they're all fine with that because it's drug dealers, or at least they are told it's drug dealers. They don't
Yeah,
know the
with
evidence.
boats that could
But
never make it to the shores of America.
here's a good example. The federal court ruled that President Trump's use of the National Guard around L.A. violated the Posse Comitatus Act. That is an illegal violation of sicking the military on the American people, and they technically would have had the right to refuse. But this is where it gets tricky. Along the way, you might not know it's an illegal order, and you have to kind of go along with a lot of shit and wait for the court to rule it as such. But That doesn't change the fact that Trump has issued fucking orders.
Are you
You
guys
cut
going
out at the end.
Are you guys going to hand to it?
He's issued
Okay.
illegal orders.
Marie
Trump
was
plans to
asked.
put the military at the ballot boxes. What if Biden had done that, Serena? What if Biden had done that in 2024? Would that have been legit? Would that have been okay?
What was the first part of that?
Trump plans to put the military around polling stations and sites during the elections in November. If Biden had done that in 2024, would you have been okay with that?
I wouldn't see a problem with it if military was around the polling sections.
That's insane.
Even if Biden,
We have to
Biden
move
wanted
on.
the military there.
We can't even dig into just like, I mean, I'd love to get into
Wait,
how
what
insane
would
that
be
actually
the
fucking
problem
is.
with it? What would be the problem?
Deploying the military to the American streets to run elections.
Military intimidation, American citizens.
It's
Why
against our
would
Constitution.
why would the
Because
president
the Constitution
why would
is
the
against the
president
Constitution.
of why would the presence of military be intimidating?
Because the military is used against it. Yeah.
So this
yeah.
is what the
and the
seditious
military
six
is used.
did.
No, the
It
military is
turned
used
you
against.
guys
Oh my
from the
fucking God.
military, right?
We got to move on from Brightside. Jesus fucking Christ.
What do we ever need military at a voting poll? Give me a
Yeah.
break. We
The
know
military
why.
is used
Because
against
they want to
enemies
check
of
and
the
see if
state.
there's
everywhere,
immigrants.
foreign and
Our
domestic.
military is here to protect our country. Why is that a problem?
The voting
From
polls?
people voting?
Yeah, foreign and domestic. What's the
Oh my
problem in
God.
that?
Yeah, if you think people
Why would
voting is a
any
fucking
American
enemy, then you need
citizen
to
be
then
scared
you have
of our
proven why you were a
military?
traitor.
Why would
Any
any American citizen be scared of our military?
Because the
And
enemies, because the fucking purpose of the military is
Because
to
the
fight the
seditious
enemy
six
of the
did
country.
exactly what they wanted to.
Yeah,
The
so
enemy.
They were against the
securing
military.
You're not hearing me.
our
Foreign
elections
and
You're not
is
hearing
a
me,
good
Tommy.
thing, right?
You're
isn't
not
having
hearing
an
me,
It's
Tommy.
like
ID.
you were in the military, Tommy, you dumb fuck.
Shut
You're
up,
not hearing
Will.
me.
Nobody's
Here we
talking
go.
to you, bro.
Here we go.
Tommy, you
Why
didn't
did
hear
you
me.
cower out of the debate today?
Yeah, why did you
Tommy.
cower out from going down to
Tommy.
fucking Panda Express?
I was at
We're
Panda
gonna have to
Express, bro.
fucking mute
You
him,
never
Marie,
showed up.
Yep. Sorry.
wait, they want military at the polling rings. Oh my God.
The purpose, the reason why that's bad is the point of the military is to fight the enemies of the country. If you put the military against the people, then that means that the people are the enemies of the country, and that's incorrect.
Right. But we know what it is. They want to
Yeah.
check and see if there's any immigrants
They want
voting. They already got the ID. What the hell's
the
wrong
mil-
with these people?
yeah, and the
How many
military
ICE
doesn't make that safer.
How many people ICE have been arresting that say I'm a citizen? I got proof, and they just arrest them anyway. They could arrest anybody down there at the polls. It's intimidation to get people to stop voting. That's all. Not going to happen. We're going to come in hundreds, you guys. Bring your fucking military. We don't give a shit.
Also,
We're still
federalizing the
we're
government,
going
the
down there.
elections is overreach.
Oh yeah, and they're going to have
It is a federal
accountability
election
for this
on
shit.
federal
You
election
guys think
times.
you're
Yes.
getting away with it? I'm laughing at you. We're all laughing at you. There's more of us than there is you. And we will take this country back, I'm telling you. You're on
Agreed.
the wrong side of history.
1776, baby. Who's up?
Well, history has proven that fascism has never won.
Nah.
Ever.
Nah, just look at their little Portland group. It's self-defeating. Who's up? Unfiltered?
He was
Or
unfiltered.
Tommy? Yeah,
All
okay,
right.
unfiltered.
All right. So this is a great topic, actually. So the idea of the military being used during elections. So if anybody looks up, and I know TikTok, you like to fact check and cut in. I hope you do here. Look up the Compromise of 1877. If you know what that was, so what happened after Reconstruction in the incorporation of the 14th Amendment, this was following the Civil War, and the KKK, the Democrat Party did not want the newly emancipated blacks to vote. So what did they do? They actually stationed federal troops in the southern states to protect the blacks to vote, to protect their vote, because the intimidation, the violence was real. They would lynch people. If they knew they were going to the polling station, they'd lynch them. They supervised elections.
They also
They not
used the
only did
military
that,
to make sure
they
blacks could
supported
go to
the
school,
enforcement
too.
of their Reconstruction Act. Go read the Reconstruction Act. And it was basically, it was to help include the 14th Amendment, which is the incorporation of the Constitution to the states, because the states denied that the Constitution applied to them as written. I encourage you to go look at the Compromise of 1877 and the reasoning behind it and the justification. And yes, there is power for our military to do the same if there's intimidation at the polls. So you guys are factually incorrect That was not seen. And you know what's funny? It's your guys' party, the Democrat Party, at it again, intimidating voters. Instead of intimidating, you want to allow people that are not enfranchised, are not part of our government or our country, I'm sorry, that are not citizens to vote. That's why you guys are against voter ID. Not only voter ID, you don't
Facts.
want clean elections. That's just, let's just get to the bottom of it. You don't want clean elections. Any American citizen should not be scared of our military at the voting polls. You know why? Because they're there to protect the Constitution. You don't see it that way because you see a fascist regime. And it's a
If
fucking
you like that,
shame
guys,
you
take
see that
that's
way. Go
unfiltered
look
and
at
raw.
the 1877.
There's his link right there.
I appreciate you
at it.
always bringing up the fucking 1800s
Because
as
you
your
don't know the
examples.
fucking history and you want
Yeah,
to talk
because,
your fucking
okay,
mouth,
well,
bro.
since
Study
then
history,
we've
bro.
come up with a new fucking law, and this is the law where you can't
Study
actually
history,
use.
bro.
How about the common law?
How about we go to the Constitution?
1994.
This is my last point. If you let
I think
me speak.
the 1994
Okay, I know
fucking
it's
law
irrelevant. History is not
overrides the.
relevant. Let's
Let
repeat it, right?
unfiltered speak. Why are you interrupting
All
him?
right, go on with the
Don't like
unrelated
what I
history
fucking have
lesson
to
on
say 'cause
filter.
it's
Go ahead.
fact. Go look it up. Compromise 1877, bro. Learn fucking history,
Yep,
bro.
it's true.
You're
What
a
you
shit,
said is
bro.
true.
You pledge allegiance to the you
What
swore
you
an
said is
oath, bro.
true.
So just shut up and listen for a second.
What you said is
Article
true.
4, Section 4 of the
Quit
Constitution, bro.
interrupting him, Marine.
Article 4, Section 4 of the Constitution. I'm just going to read it straight from the document because you want to go and play these semantical games. The left always plays semantical games with words. Call me a woman when I'm a man and all this shit. So I'm going to play the semantics with you. You were just knocking on Mr.
All right,
Bill.
go ahead, and then I'll read the updated one when you're done. Go ahead.
The updated one? There's only one Constitution, bro. What are you reading? The Communist Manifesto? Let me finish before you interrupt. Article 4, Section 4. You can go look it up. I'm going to read just a little bit of it. The United States shall guarantee to every state in the Union a Republican form of government. Okay. And you said we're a democracy playing semantical game. The difference between is there was a republic and a democracy before there was the Democrat or Republican Party. There's the little r and the little d. You confuse the two. The Democrats do not represent democracy any more than the Republican Party represents the word republic.
Are you still going down? Are you still going down the actual law? Or are you done? Okay, so US 18, so 18 US Code 592, troops at polls, whoever being an officer of the Army or Navy or other person in civil, military, or naval service of the United States orders, brings, or keeps, or has under his authority or control any troops or armed men at any place where a general or special election is held, unless such force be necessary to repel
unless such force necessary, you dipshit. Listen to
yes,
yourself.
listen
You're
to the
so
full
dumb.
sentence.
Go look
Unless,
up the
listen to the
Compromise
sentence.
of 1877, bro. You need to
oh my
study
God.
history before you start talking like you know.
You're scared of the updated law. You are scared of the law.
You know what supersedes laws is the fucking Constitution, bro. You should know
Can you?
that, bro.
You cut me off right at the most
fucking
important
traitor.
part, right at the most damaging part to your case. Unless
You're
such
a
force be
fucking traitor, bro.
necessary
Go fucking stand in a
to
corner, you
repel
You're a coward.
armed enemies of the United States shall be fined
And
under
what do you
this
think
title
they were doing to the blacks when they were lynching them, bro?
and imprisoned.
You're the modern KKK, bro.
You're the one who wants to override the fucking
the
law.
modern
You
fucking
guys hate the
KKK, bro.
Constitution.
That's what you are.
You're literally advocating for the fucking military to take control
No,
over
we
our
just
elections.
don't want illegals and people without valid
And you would
IDs
do
who are American
anything.
citizens
And as
to be
long
able
as
to vote in our election.
and as long as you all keep buying that narrative,
I'm not going to handle talking over each
They
other,
will-
Marine. It's getting out of hand.
sorry.
But Tommy, I want to hear what you're saying, but you butt in and you talk over. I can't hear
I'm
a
going
word you're
aggro
saying.
tonight. That was Mike last time. Now it's me. But yeah, you can't override that. Go on, guys. I'll mute.
Just let them finish their word, and then we'll combat them.
Yeah, I want to be sure to finish up with Unfiltered. He did call me out.
Yeah, finish up at one at a time. No talking over. Go ahead. It gives you a headache. Tommy, you talk about free speech. I'm saying I want to hear what you're saying, but I can't hear what you're saying when you're talking over somebody. I can't hear what they're saying.
Unfiltered, I have a couple of quick questions on your history. In 1877, how many people were in the United States?
Okay, so can I pull out Grok like you're fucking doing? Do you even know what the compromise of 1877 was? Bro?
Yes. I
Okay,
understand.
So what did
I
Grok
understand
tell
it.
you it was? What did Grok tell you? Because I know
I
what
didn't.
you're
I don't
doing.
use Grok.
I know what you're doing, bro. You're not gonna play the "I got you" shit, bro.
No, I'm
You
not.
knowing how many people were in the population then? doesn't override the fact that the blacks are being intimidated, and that's why we put the military at the poll. What's happening now is you guys want illegals for political power, just like the KKK and the fucking real people that are against
Propaganda.
our
That's
country did, so you
propaganda.
could have political
Yeah.
power.
That is not
just admit
true.
it.
Keep buying
Just
it.
admit it.
Keep
Yeah, I
buying
would
it.
respect that.
Yeah, keep buying
Unfiltered.
it.
Unfiltered. I
No,
got a quick, one quick question for you, Unfiltered. Do you really think that immigrants make the trek all the way to America just to go possibly be deported just to cast a vote for Kamala Harris? Do you think they traveled 2,000 miles on foot across rivers, jungles, sleeping in shelters, sleeping where they can, dragging all the belongings behind them just to come into America and vote for Kamala and risk getting sent back to where they came from? Come on.
Okay, check it out. Let's remove the emotional sympathy bullshit. If you're in this country illegal, you have no right to vote. You're not.
But you're trying to say that they're
But prove they
influencing our
never
election,
have.
that they're
Period.
But
voting in the
TikTok, they
millions.
never have. This is Trump's propaganda pushing it down on MAGA.
So
It's
if
bullshit.
you
There's
cross
no
the border,
evidence.
I
I'll
have a
post the law
question.
in the
If-
chat.
If you cross the border, does that give you automatically the right to infringement, meaning the right to vote? Do you have the
Absolutely
right to vote?
not. And you know how many are doing it? None.
Oh fuck, you're
That's right.
nuts. You're nuts.
Give me
In
your
the state
information.
of
Where
Wisconsin,
are you
brother.
hearing this?
Show me
shit
your
from?
proof that you've got
Let's be real.
thousands of people lining up at the election polls.
Tell you this. Okay, hear me out on this. I registered both of my dogs to vote in the state of Washington.
Oh,
yes,
so
I
you committed
a
voter
crime.
fraud.
Yes, I committed a crime, and guess what? I got a voter registration for both my fucking dogs. I never voted for them to prove a
You're
point.
making
You know what?
this
I
up.
will
You
upload that
did
soon.
not.
Both my fucking
You
dogs are
did
registered
not.
to vote
Yeah,
in
guess what
Washington.
happened
Oh,
if
I'm
you
left
submit
here
it?
lying.
Yeah, he
Bullshit.
lost any credibility with that
Even
one
if you
right
got
there.
it,
He's
guess what
making
would
up.
happen
He's
if you
making that
submitted
shit
it?
up.
It's called
They
a
lie
crime. I
to be
committed
right
a crime.
at
I
any
committed two
cost.
crimes. I registered both my fucking dogs to vote as a joke to see if it happened. And guess what? Got a fucking 2 voter registration cards.
I don't
in the
believe
mail.
that for a second.
I don't
Yeah,
You
either.
just killed all credibility.
All you
For
have to
your
mark out
history.
all you have to
You
mark
don't
in
need
Washington.
ID, so why is that uncredible?
You do need
There's
ID.
no reason.
Washington,
No,
You
you
don't need
don't.
ID to register to vote. So why is that uncredible? Why would you not need ID to vote?
In
Oh, I
Washington,
fully
all
support
you have
ID
to
for
do
Really
is
voting.
check a
unrelated
box
topic,
saying
by the way.
I'm a
Doesn't make
citizen
no
of the United
sense,
States.
bro.
That's it.
The problem is, Tommy, you've got a lot of people that are out there on Fox News and everywhere else saying, "Oh, illegals are voting," but nobody brings forth proof of thousands and thousands of illegals lined up at the polling places to say, "Hey, we want Kamala Harris." Nobody shows that proof because it's not there. They just tell you because
illegals
they want to
have,
scare
are
you.
you saying that not one illegal has ever registered to vote or
I'm not saying not
Is that
one
what you're saying?
illegal. There's been several that have gotten away with it. But
There's
then
a
again,
lot.
Marines pointed out the other last space how there was voter fraud found, and it was a Republican that tried to get his dead mother to her vote cast.
Yeah, it's very, very little. It
Yeah,
usually
it's
gets caught.
fraud.
It gets caught.
There
Okay,
is no
it should
fraud.
be 0. Okay, let's say
It
it's
should
2
be
people
0,
doing
but
it.
it-
Let's
It
say
should be
narrative.
absolutely
It should be
zero.
0.
0 illegals, 0 non-citizens should be
Zero
voting in our
fraud, which
elections.
we've had for 244 years before Trump.
I don't understand. Like you can
Yeah, and we're
try
trying to end it completely. What's the
Oh,
problem with that?
Because it
Why
wasn't
not
there,
require
Tommy. It wasn't
voter
there.
ID and
Tommy, sorry, I wanted to cut off TikTok real quick. Tommy, you understand that what you're saying is you want to just end all crime, which like no fucking shit. Like nobody, like of course nobody
No,
can fucking give
I
you
just
that.
want
though.
in-person voting and voter ID.
Do
It's
you know
very,
Trump
very,
voted
very,
by
very
mail?
simple.
There will still
Did
be
you know
cases
Trump
of
voted
No
by
fraud
more
that
mail?
get
voting
caught.
by mail
There will
unless
still
you're
be cases of fraud
decrepit,
that get caught.
unless you're injured. But anybody else should have to go in and show their ID and vote in person.
There will still be
In-person voting
cases of
with ID or
fraud
birth certificate
that
only.
get caught.
But Trump and his entire family voted by mail, and you're okay with that?
No, I'm
Okay,
not. I want
irrelevant.
in-person voting. We're part of that. Don't you understand?
Tommy,
I don't agree with
there will
everything
still
Trump
be
does.
fraud
I don't have to
that
agree with
gets
Congratulations on
everything
running.
Trump does. But in-person voting and voter ID is fucking common sense.
Tommy,
Two
It's
more points
fucking
right here, and
common
I'll be done.
sense.
Tammy,
Tommy,
There will still
Tommy,
be
say my
fraud.
name, bitch. Say my
There will
name.
still be fraud.
Say
And
my
that's
name,
just
bitch. Say my name.
he can't address it.
Hey, two more points and I'll be done here and I'll mute you guys. Let me just finish up here with this and I'll leave you with this. Just something to think about. Okay, so the two pivotal arguments against voter ID coming from the left, there's probably others as well, and whatever. Some might be legit, whatever. The
I
two
don't even
main
think
ones I'm hearing
that
is,
people are arguing against it. It's just that the
let me
arguments on the
finish,
right are
bro.
fucking
I said let me
stupid.
say
Oh
two
my
things.
God.
Let me finish. Make your peace with what after I say. Let me finish it, right? Just let me
They
finish.
tried,
Let's
but
stop cutting
these
everybody off.
lefties
It's
don't
annoying as
care.
fuck. But
They
either way,
like
2
Will's
points I'll
drama
make on this.
to
So these are the
disrupt
main
the right or
premise
whatever.
arguments that are made by the left about voter ID and being against it. One is it
Will's still in
discriminates
there.
against women, and two, it discriminates against minorities, particularly
I don't know,
blacks.
Will's
And
probably
this is the
restreaming it
argument
or
of both.
something.
One, women that get married, they can't change their name, they go through the hoops. I'm sure that does happen sometimes, but that's one. Blacks, they can't afford it. So one is premised on sexism, the other is premised on racism. Ask any black person, they all have IDs. Just tell me one person doesn't own an ID. Both those arguments are flawed. Let's just be real. You guys don't want voter ID for a particular reason. It has nothing to do with what you guys argue it's for.
Who said we didn't want
What say
voter
you
ID?
about allowing?
Who
What's
said
I'm
that?
wrong
saying.
with
That's
voter
what,
ID?
that's what
Give
I'm
me
saying,
one
Pam.
good
Like no
reason.
one's
What's
even
wrong
making
with
this
voter
argument.
ID?
You're talking. What are you saying? We don't want that. I think Trump
What's
tells
wrong
you
with
that. We
voter
never
ID?
said that.
If someone needs a vote, an
There's
ID to
nothing. I've
register, an
been
ID
using
to
my
vote. What's
ID.
wrong with that? I need an ID to go buy
I
a
don't know.
bottle of
I've had
cigarettes,
to use
to
an
gamble.
ID all my life.
Okay, so what's
Unfit.
wrong
You're
with
not
voter ID
listening.
for voting or registering to
Unfiltered.
vote?
Then we never
Unfiltered.
said there wasn't.
Nothing.
Unfiltered. Voter ID is fine. I'm actually okay with voter ID as long as you show your driver's license, your ID card, anything that can get you to vote. The problem is Trump wants it to be real ID, which requires a
I'm
passport.
glad you brought that up. You fell for that shit. You know what that means? Is in states like Washington, you don't need to be a citizen to get a fucking ID. A real ID, you have to show proof of citizenship. You just fucking approved my argument. I'm glad you're dumb enough to fall for that. I'm glad
Real
you're dumb enough.
ID, all you
I
need
don't
is your
want. I
social
don't.
security card. It's very easy to get.
Be quiet,
I
Tommy.
just
Be
got one.
quiet. Be
It
quiet.
requires
Use your
It's
hands.
very
Here's my
easy to
argument.
get.
You're not.
it requires a passport to vote. That's what
I
they
don't
want.
have a passport and
You
I have a
idiots.
real fucking
Be quiet,
ID.
Tommy. Use your
It
hands.
doesn't require a passport to get a real
Tommy,
ID.
shut the fuck up, you
It
retarded ass
doesn't
bitch.
require a
Jesus.
passport.
Sorry, guys. Again,
Oh, hey, I just shared an article. It is confirmed that Cash Patel was there. He was there for a funeral of a friend. Just so you guys know.
cool. Oh yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People could protest wherever the fuck he shows up, and they should, because he's the director of the FBI. I'd say that if he was on the left or right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, most people don't care about the voter ID issue. I think it's another red herring. They want it. They want to force it the way they want it, and
Oh my
the fact that
God.
they want to have like a conversation about it. It's like, well, we want like they
No.
literally just said that they want the military at the polls. So why would I take their arguments of voter ID like seriously? I mean, maybe
Well,
not
they even say
unfiltered.
we want the
Unfiltered.
immigrants to come in. That's not
Unfiltered is having
true.
a real argument.
We don't want ICE the way they're going up against the Constitution and their brutality. That's not. We want immigration reform where they can come in here, but let's get it going. We didn't have enough judges. People were waiting forever. How about the ones that were ready to graduate and become a U.S. citizen were arrested the day they were going there to swear their oath to the nation? You guys know what's going on. That they're so delusional. I'm getting tired talking to them. I really am. They don't want to learn the facts. They just want to spread their disinformation.
Oh my goodness.
The only hand I see right now is Mr. Bill and Half Pint. I think Half Pint's actually been waiting the longest. So let's go to Half Pint and see if we can change a gear real quick.
Tommy did have his hand up earlier.
Oh, okay, Tommy. And then
No,
Half Pint.
I'm good. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, I'm good. Go ahead.
He's driving.
Hello. Thank you for letting me speak. Marines, if I remember correctly, the conversation was on Palestine and the children and all of that. You had stated that you were more worried about the United States, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And Miss Pam, you were worried about the children in Palestine, correct?
Yes.
What about the children here?
Not illegal.
Yes.
They're not being bombed. They get care here. They're being killed over there. Don't even
300,000
compare
children
it.
were lost by the previous administration.
And I
Lost.
also want what's best for our kids. I want our kids to have the best. I would think that they deserve better than what they have. I'm sad that we're bombing other kids instead of just focusing on working on our own.
Miss Pam, I don't know if you remember me. I had lost my nephew to fentanyl, and my son's friend was killed by an illegal alien. And yes, I was the one that said alien. And what we need to go and focus on is the children in our own backyard.
Oh, come on, give me a break. You know, I'm 73. You know how many children have been sexually abused and put in foster homes where they were abused, and nobody in this nation was saying a word about it. This nation has been behind taking care of children forever. You guys don't care about the children here. You don't. Not at all.
Pam,
She's just like lost it.
I'm sorry, but you don't know me.
I've
And
never seen one protest going up against pedophiles, and I'm 73. I didn't see it in the 50s. I didn't see it in the 60s or the 70s or the 80s and 90s. Talking about children that are being sexually abused and abused. I remember screaming about it. There was a few organizations talking about child abuse, but nobody stood up about it. Don't give me this.
and you know what? I completely agree with you on that front. We do need to go and put more emphasis on child abuse, pedophiles, and all of that. I agree completely. But what we need to do is focus on our children here, is what I'm saying. We have children that are, there was a 14-year-old that I read about in Portland that was killed by fentanyl. He was a foster kid and he was found in the streets. He had run away from his foster home. And that's
Okay.
in your backyard. So that's what I'm trying to say. Thank you for letting me talk.
Do you know with alcoholism is the same as, and when a person has a heart attack or finds out that he's diabetic, they all
Why
go
does she know
back to
all
the
these other
diabetics
things
go
that
back to eating
unrelated to what
bad.
people talk about?
The person that has a
Has
heart
nothing to do
attack
with what the
keeps
person's talking
smoking,
about.
and an alcoholic still keeps drinking. There's no
We're just
social
talking about
program
children,
that's
not
going to save
alcoholics.
these people. They're going to have to want it. And all you can do is stay sober yourself and be an example that it's possible. You can take your life back and you could share that with people. That's all you could do. If I could fix any alcoholic or addict, believe me, I would. And then I would have blocks and blocks of people coming to see Pam because she's going to fix them. I was an alcohol and drug counselor for over 30 years. I'm in recovery myself, 46 years. I haven't cured or fixed one person. They have to want it. They have to hit their own button. Quit saying what we got to do. Good luck with that. You cannot change.
A
Addiction is addiction.
14-year-old?
What could you
A
have done?
14-year-old.
What could we have done? What could we have done to prevent that? Dave, were you going to run down there and save him and take him to treatment?
Oh, you are
You
sick.
live in
bitch.
another. You can't
Gene,
fix
chill.
anybody. Sorry.
That makes me mad.
Gene, chill.
Good.
We'll come to you.
That's absolutely asinine. That's why. That's
Well, you said we
why
got to fix it.
the
Well,
people
tell
on
me
the right
you won't
are
answer my
so.
question. How are you going to solve it? Tell me. I want the secret magic solution
Yeah,
to
I'm sorry.
addiction.
I had a close friend who was on the reality show Intervention, the Philadelphia season, and they ultimately died. And their family member who was in a similar situation ultimately got way better. There is a certain level where you don't have control over some people. And like it's sad. It's really sad. But that's why I advocate for
No,
the people who want stronger systems and support for these people, because ultimately that's how we save them.
and I agree with you. But whenever you're talking about children, not in their 20s, not in their 30s, 40s, 50s, I'm talking about elementary, middle school, high school. That's what I'm talking about. You know, it all starts there. And whenever
What
you have
is your
kids,
solution?
my
What is your
solution
solution?
is I talk to children. I have my kids' friends. They come over here. We pray. We go and talk about, the peer pressure
I'm
that's
talking
happening in
about the
schools.
nation. Well, yeah, we need to encourage everybody to do what you're doing, right? But they don't.
No, but that's where we all need to work together. They turn around and said it
Yeah.
takes a village
Two stars
to
at
go and
5
raise a
on
child
Reddit from what I
long
understand.
time ago. And it's
Or
still
help.
the same here. So I
I don't
think
think
there
anybody
needs to be a
disagrees
little
with
bit
that
more
spirit. Like it's
focus
just like,
on
no, we
it.
should all, and that's kind of like what I was saying with Tommy, where it's like, yeah, we all agreed no crime should happen, and all the kids should absolutely, we should all work together. But these are just like, it's a platitude.
No, we need to come together and work together, not apart. Work together. We have common ground. I mean, this right
Well,
here proves it.
well, it's shown that communities get together, and I think it was the DARE program. There's been different community programs that went throughout the United States and were very effective. Good point. But I haven't seen any of them that's been successful. I'm saying.
Well, it don't help when you got parents that want their kids' gender to be changed and have surgeries that can never be redone.
Cool. All right. I only see Mr. Bill. Oh, no, we have a new speaker, but Mr. Bill has been patient, and then we'll go to the new one.
Thank you. Hey, TikTok. You said earlier that Trump was the first president to ever do something, tells the army or something like that to do with something unconstitutional or illegal, right?
He is the first one to basically implement criminal law or wartime law. He's basically the first president that's ever committed war crimes so publicly.
Okay.
I'm not going to say that other presidents haven't, but they didn't announce it during the news and like act proud of it.
Oh, yeah, you must have been gone or asleep when Biden said twice, when asked if China attacks Taiwan, what would he do? He said twice that he would use U.S. military forces to defend that. Do you know that there's an act that was signed between Taiwan, China, and the USA that says if you do that, that's a very bad thing. You cannot do that. He said that twice. I put it in the purple pill. So he basically threatened World War III on China twice. He had to be caught by his people there twice.
Okay,
so
but
next time you make a claim, sorry to interrupt again. Please fact check yourself before you make a claim. Say Trump might have said something you disagree with about military, but don't make a blanket claim. You and Marie do this all the time. Before you say something, say, I believe this might be the case. Allegedly, this might be the case. When you make a blanket statement that, like, Trump's the first one to ever do this, you need to make sure you fact check yourself. Otherwise, you'll never win a debate with anybody. And the other thing, I appreciate, though, that when you did say the other thing about you're against violence with the Tommy situation. And yes, good. And what you or Pam maybe can answer this question. 5 minutes before Tommy got attacked, they were all screaming, no fear, no hate, no fascism in our state, something to that effect, basically, right? So after that guy hit Tommy, he ran right past the people that were screaming that thing. So if they have no fear and no hate, they just saw a guy hit somebody it's a fascism act to hit somebody that you would disagree with, basically, right? Right.
They should have grabbed him. They should have thrown him.
We don't know.
Yes. Thank you, TikTok. Thank you. Thank you for being consistent.
You don't know if they saw that or not.
The video shows them looking at him, Pam.
Everybody saw it,
Well,
Pam.
it
Shut
happened.
the fuck
It
up.
happened so.
Pam?
I didn't see it.
Pam, there were
I didn't
flashlights
see
on
it.
Tommy. They had flashlights on Tommy at the time. Do you understand? They were literally looking
Okay.
at Tommy,
What
so they
about it?
did see it
They were
happen.
Well, what's your
blinding
point?
me with
Quiet,
flashlights
Tommy.
on
Quiet.
purpose.
Pam
Oh,
thinks
you
that's
blinded me with
So,
flashlights
Pam, are you
too,
okay with
Tommy.
violence? Are you okay with violence being done to somebody you don't like?
You guys make excuses for the
Yes or
violence.
no?
Is
Use
what
your
you
hand.
do. Shut
Pam,
the fuck up, Mike. Shut the
Pam,
fuck up, Mike.
Pam, are you okay
Use
with
your hand.
violence being done to somebody you
Shut the fuck
you
up, Mike.
dislike?
Yeah, all right. We're
Yes or
gonna
no?
real quick. Bill and TikTok wrap. Wrap up what you
I,
have. And
I
then we'll
appreciate
cycle
what
around.
TikTok said, but I'm sure Pam's not going to answer. But can she answer that question? Are you okay with violence being done to someone you don't like that said something that you don't like? Are you okay with that? Yes or no?
I am, but that's me personally. Everyone else can speak for
It's,
themselves.
Pam's not going to answer, is she?
I'm against all violence, and involving Tommy's wife absolutely should not happen. So
Pam
please
said,
stop that.
I know, yeah, but Pam's non-answer tells you everything you need to know about her. Thank you.
Yeah, and me saying that, and I said multiple times.
I
That
wasn't.
dude,
I
that was.
yeah.
I know, but because I am spicy here, and I said, yeah, I am okay with that. What happened to Tommy, especially that day, was not called for, and
Yeah.
I think that guy should be found in charge. Same thing. I'm
But
very
somebody who
consistent with
treated
this.
people.
But they know exactly who he is, and they won't
Okay,
tell who he
Pam,
I
is.
hope that
So
I hope that
obviously
comes
they
out.
condone it, right?
put your hand
And how
up.
do you?
Tommy's
I
next. It's
don't.
okay.
I don't know. I don't see any proof for that, and I see everybody say the same thing about me and everyone else, and I just
They
honestly
were
I don't
all
believe it anymore.
talking minutes before it happened,
That guy
shining
wasn't with
flashlights in my
us.
eyes so I couldn't see nothing. It
That
was
guy came out of the
absolutely a
club.
setup by the left. And
Here,
Pam was literally
no, that's a lie. You're lying right now. I know that you're lying. There's no setup.
The flashlight was right there.
Nobody even
They
knew
and they
who
let
that
him walk right
person
by him.
was. Nobody had even seen him.
Well, look who
that's a
loves the
fucking
censor.
lie.
Mute
They were
everybody
all
when they don't
just
say something
talking
you
to
don't
him
like, huh?
minutes
Give
before
some
it.
fucking proof it's a lie if you're gonna mute everybody.
Well,
Oh, you know more than I
And
do.
I'm sure that people said the
Pam,
same
why
thing
was
about
you
TikTok when
laughing
he was
about it
co-hosting like
afterwards?
a couple months ago.
Why was
she
you
wasn't.
laughing about it afterwards saying I
She
deserved
wasn't.
it?
She wasn't.
Yes, the fuck she was. It's on video. You
Yes, I
shut the fuck
was.
up, Mike, you retard.
I was
Hands, please.
laughing that you came to me like a little kid.
No, I
Pam,
came to you and asked
nobody.
you, why do you support political violence against people that disagree with you? And you fucking laughed.
That is
I
kind of
came to you
funny.
and said, hey, why do you think it's okay for them to sucker punch me with lights in my eyes? And you fucking laughed. So you absolutely support violence on the left
Yeah.
for words that they don't like. And I wasn't even fucking
I
saying nothing that night. I was
watched
just
you.
there recording. I hadn't said a word to
Watched you.
anybody the whole fucking night.
Oh,
Yeah, oh, fuck you,
I
Pam.
don't feel so.
The guy came out of the club. He wasn't part of us.
I did not
No,
Get
feel
he
your
was
facts
there the
straight.
whole fucking
No,
night,
he wasn't. No,
standing
he
there in the
wasn't.
same
You
No, he
spot.
wasn't.
I got him
No, he
on
wasn't.
video the
you
whole
let him
fucking
walk
night.
by,
He was
and
standing
You
there
weren't there the
smoking
whole
with you
fucking night.
guys
and
the
you
whole
guys let
fucking
him
night,
walk
Mike.
by.
You
You
weren't
weren't
even
there
there,
the
you
whole fucking
stupid
night.
ass
It's
fat fuck.
crazy that you
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 only
weren't
left
yell
even
at
there.
when
You were
1:30.
so
I thought
drunk,
you
you don't
actually
even know
have
what the
no
fuck you're
volume.
talking
I
about.
wasn't. I
You were
wasn't. I
so
was faking
drunk,
it.
you couldn't even stand up on your own, you
Poor little
fat
Donnie.
fuck.
Yeah, I was
You were a
acting, you
drunk ass
dumbass.
piece of shit.
I was acting
Yep.
No, you weren't acting. Why would you act that?
See TikTok, the
Really?
people you
because
hang
it was
around with.
funny
You
and
were
I
not
dumped all of
acting.
you.
I could smell.
Hold on. I've got the video. Go listen to it. I posted it. When you can hear Mike telling me I'm faking it. I'm trolling Mega right now. He was not drinking. I'm the first that would not let him in that car. I would have called the damn police on him. I would have. Because I had a DUI outpatient treatment center. I know people that kill people drinking and driving. So I would have been the first because I love Mike and I wouldn't want him seeing driving drunk. Everybody there would have backed me. So it's a fucking lie. He was joking with you guys. My video, you can hear it. He says, he turns to me and says, Pam,
My
I'm just
goodness.
playing around.
The
I'm
delusion,
joking
the
with them.
delusions is like
So
crazy.
shut your mouth.
That's correct, Pam.
I
That was
would
the first thing,
I
first
would
person I
have
talked to. No, go ahead,
you
Pam.
did.
Yeah.
And told me it was he's
Post the
smoking
video in the
pot.
purple pill. You're a liar.
You're
You can
you're
tell he was
smoking.
not
You're
faking it.
smoking.
He was drunk
You're
as fuck. You're a liar.
But
You're a
it's just your
gaslighter.
word versus
You're
his,
a
and that is
lying,
it is what it is.
gaslighting
You're
piece
so
of
fucking
shit.
loud and annoying.
Leftist
Jesus Christ!
garbage trash.
My God,
What about
every
you? Wait,
if everything's an
Tommy is
emergency, then nothing is. Tommy,
Maureen.
chill the fuck out.
Maureen. God. Tommy is driving under the influence of
Bring what up, please?
marijuana. We have a video of you, Tommy, offering it to an underage kid.
Bring what up?
And I'm going to put that video out. I just haven't looked at it enough, and I'm going to do some more research. But you're handing marijuana on all your videos to your friends, and then you get in your car under the influence. So shut up.
I don't even have a car to drive anymore. Are
Well,
you
then
are you
why don't you
dumb?
complain about the one that got spray
Are you
painted? Why are you
dumb? You
complaining
guys
about
We're
that?
gonna move
destroyed
on.
my car.
We're gonna
Oh,
fucking move on. We had not
Post the
today's
video,
thing. Being
Pam.
patient.
Post the proof. Post the proof, Pam.
Because I
Post the proof that I gave anything to anybody
They're paying.
underage. Post the
you
proof
did.
that I gave anything to anybody underage.
You offered it
Post
to a
it.
child.
Post it in the
You
purple
offered it to a
pill.
child.
All right,
Post it
God.
in the purple
Battleground there.
pill where I gave anybody underage weed.
Battleground,
Go ahead,
Washington.
post it.
Battleground, Washington.
Post it.
This is kind of my point. Is like Tommy is incapable of actually keeping like a neutral energy. He's always
You guys are
escalating.
fucking
Correct.
ignorant pieces of
Always fucking
shit.
escalating.
You guys are
Can't have a
Maureen.
ignorant
conversation.
Correct.
ass pieces of garbage. Why? There's no arguing with you fucking morons. There's
Aw.
there's no
Maureen.
getting through to you fucking imbeciles. You guys
Aw.
have brains like smooth fucking brains. There's no
Aw.
getting through to you radical leftist turds. So
Aw.
fuck all you guys, bro.
Now,
Right.
Did
can
Fuck
you
mommy
every
leave
last
you?
one of you
Did your
leftist
mommy leave you?
retards.
Did your
Tranny
daddy
loving
leave you?
retards. Go suck some more tranny dick.
Do you see why Marine people
Go
hit
suck
him?
some more tranny dick, please.
Do you understand? See what
Go
he just
suck
said?
that faggot tranny dick you guys
Say
love
say
so
it.
much.
He doesn't realize that people are live right now. FYI, guys, I gotta say something here because we don't approve of any kind of slurs on this channel, racial, homophobic, or anything like that. Because this video uses fair use for the purpose of criticism, commentary, satire, news reporting, teaching, education, and research. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Thank you very much. Thank you. What's Danny up to anyway? He had to silence it too.
All they do is talk shit about.
Like
Mike has said the most vile shit to us at ICE.
Yeah. I'm just gonna listen through them for now.
University.
Where? What?
It's connected yet? And he's putting out that shit. You better stay away from
Actually,
I just want to
Oh,
demonstrate. It is wildly easy
Danny
to
and Chris
trigger
there.
someone like Tommy. They're like, he's permanently angry.
They know I'm against violence. I wish
No, she's not against violence. She laughed. You guys saw the
Because-
video I posted. She laughed
And
when
you
they
saw
called
her
it.
answer that what I just asked her
She laughed.
when she wouldn't
anything like that.
call out the violence.
She laughed and
I
said,
can't
"Cry to
control
daddy."
Anybody. But no, I was laughing because the way he came to me,
I
like,
gotta
we
go
had to
comment.
mute
It should be fine.
That made me
I was
laugh,
laughing. It's like,
especially the
oh
way,
my
like, I
God.
just
Me
imagine, I
too.
imagine that scenario of like,
Yeah,
I
it's
just got my
trans-
ass kicked and I went to the most random person, like, why do you support them? It's like, who the fuck are, what the?
She does the same thing to us. She comes.
And YouTube, just in case you don't, I disagree with what Tommy Boy said there and everything. You don't need to use kind of that language towards a minority community and everything. We don't support derogatory names for that kind of community. That was very bad and everything. I disapprove of that kind of language being spoken to people of a alphabet group like that, LGBTQ community. And just to cover my tail a little bit more, and among other things, there is Restream uses fair use for the purpose of whatever. I know Louis, I just got to make sure or whatever, since this video uses fair use for the purpose of criticism, commentary, as I'm doing, satire, news reporting, which is kind of news-ish, teaching, usually trying to teach common sense to these guys here, educating, trying to educate people on the news and facts and research that the left does not do. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Okay, Yeah, get it across to you think well enough without.
TikTok.
I'm not getting it.
We have to cycle around. Jesus Christ.
I'm
like,
not
sorry,
good
but-
enough. You don't want to see
Sorry.
mean messages?
Not today, Satan. You've been waiting.
Crashing me out lately, so we don't need to deal with this.
Lots of things crashing.
Hello. I
Even the thing
never
last
speak
night
in these
got to me,
spaces. I've
dude.
never
So I was
spoken
like, I
in one.
can't
I'm
welcome,
not sure. Can y'all hear me?
Loud and
Yeah,
clear.
okay.
Welcome.
Okay. I would like to talk about the voter
No,
thing.
these guys. Okay, I'm gonna open
and
my Starlink.
somebody
You guys
said
can
you
watch
have to
this.
have a
on Starlink.
password.
I'm gonna take Pam out of my ear for a little bit. I don't need to
To
listen
get a
Pam.
real ID.
This is a volume.
Oh
my- I guess.
Open up. Like I'll just put like 2 minutes on the clock if you want to go back.
Because I'm a female. I'm a female.
Someone's gonna
And I
start.
never had to have a passport. I was very, very easy to obtain a real
And I can
ID.
post. I want to do it, so I can do it on YouTube too, and I want to clip it all
So
together.
I don't know where whoever got that information from.
Denny's hiding over there. We're always behaving, Mr. Bill. I am always behaving. Sounds like you might not be behaving on Pam's space from what I hear.
Probably true. Probably true.
Mr. Bill, the Pandemanian. Mr. Bill saw the. I'm sure Mr. Bill saw the Pandemanian. Oh God, Mr. Bill.
What Pandemanian?
Adam Francisco liked the Pandemanian.
Oh, is
Adam
that-
Francisco likes the Pandemanians. That makes me feel a lot better. He
Oh,
liked it, started following me.
Pandemanians.
So that means
Oh, he did. That's cool.
why we do this for.
I think he follows me on YouTube too,
We
if I
do this
recall.
for the Trump support. We got into this movement.
I was one of the first people to
I
interview
do
Adam.
it so that everybody can feel free to have their political opinions on their clothing if they want to, and not pull back. We want to support people to have their freedoms blocked or threatened. Sick of it. Starlink. Starlink Mini.
Oh,
So we're gonna
Starlink.
unbox the Starlink Mini,
Unboxing of the
guys.
Starlink. Ooh, fancy.
We're going to Idaho, Mary. I'm gonna be there.
Okay. Looks like they kind of turned down Pam there, so let's see if I can find another video here or go back to Pam. Say, so you guys want to listen to Pam again? Because I don't think there's much of anything else live out there. Everybody's either restreaming that or doing their own things. TW Live's out there. Dad's gone live. I think he does some police scanner stuff, but yeah, it looks like we're going to go back to the Pam space here. Let me put up a background video. We'll put BCP. He's just doing the debate thing in the background. I gotta put something up. I know what I'll do. I'll have to go over here. I had another watch later video that would be fine for that probably. Ooh. San Francisco 41 minute. Did I already watch that? I already did watch the 41-minute one. I didn't actually have any audio to it though. 14-minute Ariel. You want to listen to Pam or do you want to hear a lesbian conservative ask leftist questions? Let's watch BCP DoorDash. How about that? Let's watch BCP DoorDash while you listen to the Pam space. It's probably calmed down a little bit by now, maybe. Hold on. Let's go back over here into this.
Well, the fucking cheat.
All right. Who's next?
In
Scuba's
244 we've had in
We're finished.
244 years, we've had free and fair elections where there's been no cheating.
No, clearly we haven't.
But you guys can't
really
bring
the
the actual
2000
fucking
election,
proof.
the closest to cheating there ever was. The Bush
They don't research.
Yeah, some guy wants to tell me about his fucking dog. Like, it's like, okay, we'll submit the fucking ballot and see what happens.
Remember, forgive them, you guys. They watch Fox News.
yeah,
That's
this
it.
is
They
all,
don't
all
research.
I've heard tonight is just Fox News talking points.
And it's not even Fox News anymore. It's just their algorithm. It's all the algorithm. I
They
think
don't come in with any receipts at all.
I'm losing my voice. Half pint, I think, was patient. Then Scuba.
Okay, I'm ending in 15
All right,
minutes.
so we're gonna
I gotta
go
get
a
to sleep.
lightning round.
I just want to go and ask, what is your sole purpose for your spaces?
I don't have one.
You're breaking up there, Pam. Can you repeat that?
You
I'll
What should
I'll
it
say
be?
it's to bring everybody together and peace, love, and harmony.
I didn't hear what Pam said. I'm sorry.
Let me think about it. I'll make a, I'll do an introduction what our space is meant to be. I just host a space, let it be what it is. I don't make any, we're going
I
to
know,
stay on
but
this.
if
Well,
you're
is
trying to
this a
go
trick?
and no, it's not a trick question at all. If you are trying to get conservative and liberals to
No,
you're
why
just
would I
trying.
want to do?
Is it a?
You're
Is
too
it a?
lost. I tried for a while. I'm done. I tried for 3 years. You're stuck. You're in a
Okay,
cult.
then.
You're so full of
You're
shit.
not going to listen to us. You're in a cult. You're not
Okay,
listening
then
to us.
I just
You don't have to come in here.
no.
I'm fine with 5 people in this space. I want to talk about fact, disinformation.
No.
I'm into. I don't want to learn a lot of this shit sometimes. I don't like I know some facts, but it's a fact.
BCP
And that's
here.
why I stayed with the Democrats, because they would not allow Trump to be there. They would not allow this guy to be there. You guys would. There's enough evidence that he's a pedophile.
All right.
And you're supporting him?
Okay, so it's mainly Trump.
Half pint. I mean, we can't do infinite follow-ups here. She gave you an answer, right? All right. Cuba.
Puba.
All right. Thanks for the mic. Appreciate that.
Welcome.
I've heard a lot of hypocrisy. I won't go into all of it. I know Pam said 15 minutes. But it's fine. You call me a Nazi. I'll call you a terrorist. It's fine. We'll just go back and forth. And unfortunately, one has legal ramifications, but I digress.
I don't think anyone here called you a Nazi specifically, but all right.
Oh, Fat Spider Mike has. But
Yep.
Absolutely.
That's true. Oh, there you go.
Yep. And so, okay. Anyways,
And you pulled a knife on me.
I never. What are you talking about?
You remember when you were scraping the pole with your knife? You pulled
I
the
was
knife.
scraping the pole, dude.
You pulled out your
seem to
knife.
have a problem
You
with
pulled out your knife.
cleaning
Nah,
the pole.
you pulled out your knife. You pulled out your knife.
Shut the fuck up.
You were complaining about me complaining about the cross on your plate vest there.
Why are you cutting
And,
in anyways?
You just saying.
You're not a co-host. You're a little peon. Stay in your lane.
Oh, you pulled a knife on me.
Wah.
I think he's a white Christian national.
I know.
Oh, see,
I know
there
he
you go.
is.
Another term. That's fine. Terrorist.
go.
We're good. You can call me whatever. You're a terrorist.
You're the new Taliban.
You're a terrorist. It's okay. Anyways, I'd like to get to my points
I
without
think
the
she
terrorist
does
interrupting.
eventually, or if she gets
The
enough
fascists trying
attention
to
to her
shut down
spaces
my
or
free
Why are
whatever.
you in a terrorist live?
No, you're a
channel?
fascist. Stop trying to shut down my free
okay.
speech,
Okay.
fascist.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh, dude, just
Appreciate
get to your
that.
point.
Thank you. That'd be great. I have the mic, right? I was called on. I waited my turn. It's my turn. Anyways, when are you going to realize that your Antifa movement has been infiltrated, by terrorists?
Explain.
Black
The
bloc
terrorist
that
group
you
was
fully
infiltrated by
support.
terrorists?
Yeah. Well, that's why they've been dubbed a terrorist
That's a good point
organization.
here. Yep.
Yeah, that's why Tario, that's why you're following him. He's the leader, isn't he?
He's leader of the Proud Boys, as far as I know. Yeah.
He was.
What's up? What's that
I
matter?
don't know.
I do want to ask one
Should
question though.
gay Americans have equal rights to marriage as straight Americans?
Well,
I
I'm
think
wondering
that
where
was
you're
already
getting
a
this
thing.
information.
I know it's already a
Well,
thing,
first,
but-
when you're trying to tell me these are, how do you get this information?
What's
do
the
you read? What do you-
question?
Your information that there's terrorists down there.
Well, I watched it on No Kings.
literally
When they attack
terrorized.
federal officers, which I hear you say a lot about J6, that they
No,
attacked federal
I see
officers.
Hey,
one-
we watch this propaganda
What
pipeline.
often they wait. There's been not one officer attacked that I know.
Oh,
of.
I've seen them hit
Who?
with dildos and other various objects. I've seen them pushed and shoved.
Oh,
And
good.
yeah, I know it's fine. You guys defend any violence on the left. That's also how I know you're part of the organization, the terrorist organization.
No, because you're
You defend any of
traumatized.
it. You've done it with Tommy
Traumatized.
tonight. You've done it with every
I didn't
single
defend
violent
him.
act Spider
ask-
Mike knocking over Captain Jerry. You've done it with every single violent thing that they
Oh,
do over
whatever.
there.
This is why
You
I don't
defend
care
it.
about being polite, is because
No.
literally as many times as I said that guy should be charged and put in jail, as many times and as quickly as TikTok said that guy should be found and put in jail, as many times as his Pam disavowed
You
it, it's
may,
never
but
enough.
Pam or
It's
Mike
never
don't.
enough.
They defend it, Marine. They defend it to the end.
Oh, did we?
I'm not defending. I'm asking for some receipts on what you're putting out there, which is lies. That's all. I'm
I
not
haven't said
defending
one
it.
thing
There's
that's a
big
lie.
difference.
Yeah, literally 0.5 seconds after Tommy was hit,
well-
he was over saying that
Well,
Pam was organizing.
give me the names of these officers that got attacked. I'd like to know who they are.
I'll give you videos of them being attacked. How about that?
Well, what about the arrests that were made then if they attacked him? You just put stuff out there with no evidence. So it sounds like you're
Pam,
making
I've
up
been
stuff
down
'cause
there. What
that's
are you talking? I've witnessed it with my own eyes.
Well, why haven't I? Isn't that weird?
I don't know. You need to get your eyes checked. You're getting old.
They were telling the officers to kill them. We all went and told them not to say that.
Oh,
So
well,
I'm
it's
the
scribbled
first
all over
that
the
if-
wall.
Why don't
Well,
they
if
clean
I
it
saw
off the wall?
somebody getting an officer, I definitely would.
Well, see, there's
wouldn't
one
like
side
that.
that's calling for death, and the other side is not. That's the difference.
That's not
Well,
true.
I think you're making. I think you're making this stuff up. That's all.
Yeah.
They're literally doing it. You're there when they're
Again,
doing it,
as
Pam.
there's comments yesterday saying that violence is justified to meet the violence on the left. We're already in a war, and civil war is justified. I had a January 6er saying that like it is my patriotic duty to assault police officers, were his words, and I'm like, you know what? Nah, I don't buy that shit.
What about the
Well, good
officers?
for you.
that I'm standing.
I don't either.
I'm standing right next.
I'm just saying-
standing next to a medic, Marine. I'm standing next to a medic, and I witnessed it, and I got the video. And they knock him down. He has done nothing. He's a medic. He's a real medic in real life. Okay, he volunteers his services to help anybody that gets hurt. So he's standing there right next to me. He gets pushed down. His head. He had to end up going to the hospital. They injured him that bad, and they're
Yeah,
talking
and Ashley
about.
Babbitt was murdered.
Oh,
what?
There you go with it. See,
So was Renee
nobody
Griffin.
cares, right?
Oh.
Nobody cares about Ashley Babbitt.
No,
Why should
we speak about ICE and their cruelty, and then you have to change the fucking subject because you know they're monsters to these people. You know it. I watched a lady get her face on the ground. Her nose was being dragged on the street. The ICE. I watched an 84-year-old lady with her head with a cut in her head from those
Yeah.
beads. You're going to tell me that ICE is getting attacked by people when they're the ones attacking them? Give me a break.
Yeah, she cusses all the time. Yep. Or 70-some-year-old
And
lady.
my whole point of bringing up all that shit that I saw is that, oh, it's only one side. Bullshit. All right, let's.
And
Yeah.
what's her name? Jen Bud. He was a whistleblower for the agents. Used to work with them, and it's true. I told her these women are giving me reports when they're getting arrested down there that they're getting molested inside of ICE. And I said, I don't believe that. She said, you need to believe it, Pam. And she wrote a book. She's very credible. I said, oh my God, they're really doing that. She said, hell yeah, they are. They molested and raped me too. So, and they don't get in trouble for it. There's no accountability for these ICE agents that are molesting and raping their own staff members.
Yeah, if no one believes Pam, there's actually video of a woman confronting an ICE officer when they're out there to like move people away for the traffic. She gets in the girl's face. It was a girl that molested her, and she said something to the effect of, I hope you feel proud of yourself for what you did to me. The way you touched me, like it was so disgusting. I can't believe you sexually molested me. And the ICE agent looked at her and said, don't worry, you liked it, and blew a kiss at her.
I
saw that,
condemn that.
yes.
I condemn that. Like anybody should. But so that means all of ICE, that's what they're doing as an organization. They're just pulling people in to
when
rape
one
them.
person reports it and multiple other people are reporting
yes.
it, it's time to start taking a look at it.
just like we're doing with
I don't
Megan
disagree
Straub.
with you.
They will not investigate it at all.
And it's still cool to be amicable, but like again, I speak to MAGA day to day, and it's hard. You have to wrestle them to even acknowledge that certain things are happening. You got to pull them out of this, like, I don't know, this fucking mirage.
Yeah,
It's
There
annoying.
are 39 accusers against Donald J. Trump. So let's look into
Yeah,
that.
I do want to bring up a couple of things to Scuba. Scuba, as you know, I've talked to BCP. You know, I know that you're a very spiritual man, so you know it's like a path that I want to try to get on. You know, I don't know how long it'll be before I do, but there are things I'm looking at to try to find a clear cut way. So, but I do want to ask you, because this has been a total turnoff for me, and I want to know where you stand on it. Trump posting pictures of himself as Jesus, trying to say he thought he was a doctor, going to war with the Vatican, a war of words, sending over Marco Rubio to try to intimidate the Pope. Then the golden statue. If I'm correct, there's something in Exodus. I'm going to ask you to specify where, because I don't know exactly where I would look, but I think it's in Exodus. Something about the golden cow, or the golden idolatry.
Golden calf.
Golden
Yes,
calf.
it's in the story of Moses.
Yeah. So I mean, as a Christian man yourself, when you see your president that you worship and support doing that, you know, do you really think he's a Christian man? Do you think that he's a follower of God? Do you believe the reports that he knows the Bible better than the Pope, as somebody said on Fox News? I just really want to get a spiritual person's opinion.
Yeah, I'll give you an honest answer. Who knows whether Trump knows the Bible or not to that degree? He says shit like that. That's just Trump. I don't agree with everything Trump says, and I can speak for most of MAGA. So when you characterize MAGA as all this, it's maybe a few that are just so, you know, that Trump is just the best thing since sliced bread, right? That's not necessarily the case with the majority of Americans. He is the horse we wanted, the campaign that we liked. But as far as that picture goes, it was a picture that he was like, if you interpret it this way, that he was saved by God because that bullet missed him, right, at a kind of a miracle moment. If he hadn't turned his head right then, it would have killed him. And that he is here to heal the nation. And that's kind of the interpretation. But the only person that knows that is the artist.
Well, it's an AI. It's an
AI generated.
Wait.
Okay,
God
well, AI
saved
didn't
Trump, but he
himself.
didn't. But he
shut
didn't
up.
save the fireman that was killed, right?
Yeah, and I can tell you
Give
the
me a
prompt they
break.
used to make that image wasn't doctor.
Yeah, that doctor was nowhere near that
God,
command.
God had nothing to do
Well,
with
I don't
this.
trust
It was
doctors
a
ever since
crazy man.
Dr. Fauci
All
tried
right,
to
well,
lock
do you want to
everybody
address
in
the
their
golden?
homes and
Do you
force
want, okay,
vaccinations on people.
Before you pivot to the fucking comfort zone, do you want to
Pam's
address
about
the
to call
golden
it.
statue before we move on?
Well, yeah, it's an idol. I mean, everybody has their own
Yeah.
idols,
But
say,
idolatry,
right?
isn't that the first or the not for I'm sorry,
Yeah.
isn't that the first commandment? Thou shalt not. Thou shalt
Well, that's
not
what I'm
worship
saying. And people, thou shalt not have any idols at all. I agree with you. Who's
Yeah,
left,
this
Mike?
is his point about
Mike, can you not
Exodus.
shut your mic off? Or are you too much of a tardo?
I haven't said a fucking word, you
He didn't
dumbass.
say anything.
I can hear
He
you
didn't say-
breathing and snickering back there. Can you just turn your mic off for decorum? Are you
No.
incapable?
Okay, so
No,
do you want
I'm
to
not-
address
I'm not
the
doing
golden
anything.
statue and how it fucking?
I'm
relates
trying to address the
exactly-
question.
Okay, real quick, and then we move on.
I'm trying to, but I can't do it with Mike snickering and breathing back there.
He
I
literally
haven't said a
wasn't.
fucking word. You
All right.
person that pulls a
No.
knife.
He's
Stop
scared.
it.
That's what's
I
happening.
didn't pull a knife on you, Mike.
He's
Anyways,
scared. He doesn't want to talk about the.
Now
fucking-
I'm snickering.
He literally said an idol, and I think he wants to run
Yes.
away from the actual
I'm.
point.
Do you want me to answer the question?
Go
I will. Thank you. So everybody has idols, right? Whether it's money, lust, people, whatever the case, right?
I would say
Nobody should have
Trump
idols.
is a
The only
strong
person that you
Christian.
should idol is
that
God,
Trump is closer
and
to
that is a
you
fact.
might call it deist. He believes
Right,
in a
and
higher
that's why
power.
we say people making an
God.
Yeah,
but
people
he
making an
doesn't-
idol of their president is a cult, a
No.
little culty.
No,
I
we're in
I
America.
agree
We
with
don't
you.
have to
the
believe in
relationship
God.
with
But
Jesus.
that's
We
not
don't
by
have
and
to
large
believe
what
in
people.
God.
Which he did, but he doesn't.
Cuba, we don't have to believe
Oh,
in
you
God
sure
if we
didn't
don't
say a
feel
damn
like it.
thing when that Muslim was in the other room. You were talking about God, Pam.
Okay.
It said we, the people. But wait, Marine.
Yep.
She keeps trying to
Remember
quote the
when Trump
Constitution.
said I could shoot somebody downtown and that they would still
Yep.
Approve of me.
Pivot.
'Cause that's what you're.
Pivot.
That's what you're talking. When Scuba is making these comments, no matter what Trump does, they give him an out. They're
I know.
enablers.
It's the comfort zone. It's the same thing you try to do with the Fauci thing, where it's like nobody brought that shit up and nobody cares. We
Well,
need to move
he
on.
didn't. He didn't
Well, it
rape
relates
young
to
girls. He
fascist
just raped
regimes.
young teenage girls.
Yep. So I think we have unfiltered, and then I guess we'll close out with half pint, or it's up to Pam. But I am going to leave here pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right,
It's over.
Thanks for letting me talk. So I just want to circle back to what was discussed maybe 10 minutes ago or so. That Donald Trump is the only president that's maybe committed what was characterized as war crimes by the standard, what we call the law of war of today. Back in the day, that wasn't the case. It was something that's
TikTok
transpired a new reality of war. The
Commander in Chief
decorum of
does.
war has been more of honor and has changed into like what we'll call international law of war, right? So if you go back, and I always go back to history, Abraham Lincoln during the American Civil War, he suspended habeas corpus and without trial arrested people. It went to the Supreme Court. Mr. Wilson, President, World War I, sorry. I think it was the Espionage Act. Everybody knows what that is. FDR, what did he do during World War II? The internment camp with the Japanese. Truman, during the Korean War, what did he do? Seized what was it? Steel mills, so on and so forth. That was addressed by the Supreme Court. Nixon, don't need to talk about Nixon and what he did, not only related to political stuff, but also related to the Vietnam War. George Bush, following 9/11, and more recently, that is probably the most atrocious of them all, is Obama when he drone striked an American citizen without due process. So the idea that Trump's the only president that's ever done anything, he should be held to account. Why weren't any of those presidents held to account? I mean,
I don't think
history does
anybody's
matter,
ever
so
said that
we
Trump's
don't.
the only person who ever
Let me
committed.
finish what I'm
literally
saying,
did.
bro, before you fucking cut me off. I was gonna be quick, but you just cut everybody off, and then it goes on a tangent. You're real good at it, bro. Just shut up for a second.
No, you asked a question, so he was answering.
Yeah, no, but
finish talking.
all right, wrap it up. I already got the answer, but go on.
Because I don't fucking like what you're saying. Have a good night. That's all I gotta say. You're kind of.
That's why we need
All right,
a
the
woman.
answer.
Woman.
The answer.
I don't want to hear your fucking answer.
I know you
honestly.
don't. The answer
just
is that
fucking you don't know
can-
history. You don't know shit.
All right. Well, you know history, so do you? Can you,
You
tell
should
me
study it so
one
we don't
time?
repeat it, 'cause
Can
you're
you tell
going
me
down the
one time in history when a president asked his vice president to overturn the election?
Can I think of one time? Did that even
Yeah,
happen?
you know all the history.
Did that
Yeah.
even happen? Or is
Yeah.
that what you read on fucking the media?
No, that's what.
Pence said that was in a book that was
Jack
said that
Smith.
he never said that that was said.
It was his own
Jack
fucking vice
Smith
president.
has the
No,
receipts.
a book was written.
Yes.
You need to study up on things. A book was written. He said that he said
Okay.
he said it, right? It's kind of like playing a game when you're a kid. You tell a story and
Why would we say that?
That's exact. Well, give me a clip, drop it in the red pill. Mike Pence saying that happened. Show me the proof.
Pence-
Show me the data.
Pence says.
Yes, he
Show me the data, and I'll look at it, and I'll retract what I said.
he came
It was
and
a
talked
book
to
written that
Prince.
he allegedly said it. That's
Wait,
where
wait.
it came from.
This one's even better. This one's even better. In a
Drop it
press
in the
release.
purple pill.
In a press release, former President Donald Trump said he wanted former Vice President Mike Pence to overturn the election. So he admits it. So I mean, like, but
You said Matt
has this
Pence
ever happened?
admitted
Has
that
this
he
ever
said
happened in
it, so
history?
Show me that he said it. Like I said, show me a statement or something from
Just
Mike
like how I
Pence.
showed you how
Yes.
Not what came from a book.
Katie Davis
Oh,
Ford did,
whatever.
in fact, say final solution, calling for the final solution to
And what did I say
Antifa.
about that, bro?
I don't know. I forget. It
You're
was
fucking
bad.
stupid. You don't
'Cause-
listen.
'cause
I
you'll
said if
say
she
it-
said that, I disagreed with it. You're
All
just
right,
stupid.
fine.
You don't
I'll
listen.
post this and you'll say it's bad, but you won't acknowledge how fucking the magnitude of it.
Well, there's a book. It's called The Dangerous Case of Trump. It's 37 psychiatrists, and in the book, there's several people that worked for Trump. That they went to Trump and told him the election hadn't been stolen, and he didn't care. He went out and kept lying anyway. He wouldn't listen to anyone.
Yeah,
And
John
he tried to
Bolton wrote a
talk.
book
He
too.
tried,
Do you believe everything's in that bullshit ass book too? There's a lot of
yeah, I believe these 30.
there's a lot of bullshit.
These
ass
are
books
people that
written.
worked for.
Okay.
No, these are people that worked for him.
Has there
They're
ever been in
denied
history
people that-
a vice president who broke with his president in such a fashion after their term was done?
Maureen, Jack Smith has the receipts. Accountability will be coming.
I hope
Jack
Anyway,
Smith.
good night, everybody. I'm going to bed.
Good night, Pam.
Just like Russia, right?
Finally. Yeah, let's see what we got going on here with BCP, or you guys want to watch something else there? She entered the space there. I asked a few people to pop into here, a new panel on here. Maybe we can talk about Pam or something else. Might be busy doing other stuff here. Let's see what BCP is doing over there in Idaho.
We have someone else
Earlier.
food DoorDashed. Yes, I told you stuff.
Excuse me. Let's see what else is going on. How you guys doing in the chat? Sorry, I didn't.
I'm probably going to log off in a few minutes.
No, you didn't log off for another 20 minutes on this thing here.
DoorDashing.
Or another 15 minutes.
Signal issues all night.
Signal issues.
Okay, here we go again. Try it. Here's the song. Are you guys ready?
No, I don't want to hear your song. Let's watch something else here. Hold on, Quincy. Let's see if you got other content to hang out with for a little while here. I sent a link. I don't know if anybody's going to hang out tonight, but I think Gregorian probably has to work tonight. Laura's probably mad at me for some reason in there. She's always finding some reason to be mad at me. I don't know why. I'm a nice guy. I even offered to buy her a Frosty tonight or whatever. She didn't. Want to go for that here. What is Quincy up to? Just because it's like the only thing on there. It's some silly debate thing or something.
Reject the FM part of it.
Anti-feminism versus
I agree. All these conversations
versus
or
male
people's
feminism.
ideology shouldn't exist in a vacuum. Is what I always say. You should be able to talk to them and hash it out. And yeah, these comments, sometimes you're going to get some positive, negative, somewhere in between. But we do have some real questions that are sprinkled throughout, and that's what makes it really valuable. Because these are real people sending in money to interact with you guys. Diley for $5 says, RC, can you honestly say your trauma with women doesn't affect your anti-feminist opinions?
I have trauma with men, not romantic trauma, but I have men that have caused me.
Yes, I did
trauma,
find
friends
that.
in
I
my
did find
life
that. Let's
are
go
no longer
review
friends
that.
were
Excellent
really
idea.
nasty
Thank you
to
for that,
me.
Louis.
I don't think that perverts my view of men.
I put it,
and I don't think that the women. Yeah, but what I'm pointing out the fact that both men and women have caused me trauma. Women have been the only ones to cause me romantic trauma. But I don't see how
Fuck
that
you, Pam.
skews my.
Regina apologize. People
She
saying
won't
hi to Rebel.
apologize.
I don't think she would, but I just give her every wait till Rebel gets in there. I invited Rebel to come on because Pam was in the area there. Let me get full size here. Driving around, hard to get signal where she's at. What can Tommy debate about? I can debate anything you want. Pam, are you watching? Pam, are you watching?
Fuck you, Pam. Fuck you, you stupid cunt.
Here's if you want to be a fair in your booker, Pam, what you can do is get both sides and different perspectives from both sides. If you're talking about J6, don't just talk about to the FBI at the time or Antifa at the time or leftist journalists at the time. Actually, talk to the people that were there or that got a 20-year sentence for not being. I play at high speed here, just so I'm trying to hear if make sure that when and if Rebel said that she would do something to Pam or whatever, she made it say she would do it if she did something else, if she didn't have any respect for herself or something like that. So double check that here for you. There, you might want to talk to those and have a full conversation.
She already went on with Enrique.
Yeah,
Enrique
yeah.
flamed the shit out of her.
Yeah, I heard about that. I haven't seen that video. That'd be a fun thing to play in the background too.
Did you see the video I sent you?
I was wondering if you wanted me to put that on the screen.
Yeah, call Pam out on her lies.
Okay, which one? This Pam Hemphill there? This one here. Oh, thank you, Unfiltered. How you doing? Get a raid. Oh, that's right. He doesn't have the ability to do the other kind of raid. Thank you guys for hanging out there. If you're watching Unfiltered, he was probably broadcasting the thing over there with the Pam space or whatever. And early on in the Pam space, when Right Side Rebel was on there, if you already ended his stream or whatever, I'm going back through the video that she was on, and Pam was in the chat. Maybe I'll show the chat on this also, just so you can see this. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play 1.25. See, 1.5 is a little bit fast. 1.25 speed. I'll show the chats just so you can see. Can I do it this way? No, show the chat. Open panel. Now it should show the chat. Oops, actually, Go to the all chat replay, live chat replay. There you go. You're right. Get it right, Miller. Yeah. This one here. Oops. Come on, Miller. Come on, Miller. Too many things open here. We have this one here. It's propaganda. Is you want me to read it? Pam said on this post about you, or
no,
just
she just decided to fucking put something up there. She posted it a long time ago, but this
play
was
the video?
recent.
Okay.
I thought I wanted to get you on video.
Might as well play the whole conversation here for the heck of it. Just, actually, let's see if Rebel will come on here. Hold on a second. Send her the link or whatever. She's probably hanging out with a boyfriend that Pam doesn't like very much. But if she wants to come on, she can go over it here real quick. Rebel. And then I gotta find share the link with her. Thank you, thank you. Paste. Okay. She may or may not come on here, so you had a raid. I saw that. Thank you so much again. Unfiltered and Raw. Thank you. You had a lot of people watching you. Everybody wanted to originally watch you as Will or whatever, but I guess that didn't work out. And I think Will had to get kicked out of that chat also. But anyway, I guess make sure you watch Unfiltered and Raw. He's the one that had a lot of good takes in that chat about history and different things. I think I had better takes, but we won't fight about who had the better takes. With me.
Okay. Hey, wait. Did you say you went to Idaho, but you didn't come to my house? Do you have my address?
I mean, this conversation about the Idaho thing or whatever, that's been going on for like a month now.
You have my address. So why didn't you come to my house when you knew I was here?
Because I kind of felt like that was respectful.
What was respectful?
Huh?
What was respectful?
Yeah,
Because I
like,
felt like
thank you, hurt my feelings. Hurt my feelings.
if I didn't show up to your house, that would have been respectful.
Oh, okay. You were going to come to my house.
No, I said I was going to come to your house. I said I could have very well. I didn't.
Thank you for the new names that are popping in the chat. I'm not sure if you guys watched recently, and maybe you watched earlier today when I was doing a live stream, the David Medina thing or whatever, but I saw a few new names in the chat. Thank you guys for popping in and saying hello and hitting the like button. Even if you're a lefty, you got to hit the like button. Easy is kind of a new regular there. If anybody else wants to be a new regular, hit the like button.
I don't have your address. Nice to me.
You want to give me your address?
Huh?
You want to give me your address?
No, but I'm sure it's out there.
I don't look up people's address. I don't talk to people. I don't scare them.
Your friends do, though.
I don't scare them.
Your friends do,
I don't want to hurt
though.
you.
Have I ever doxed you, Pam? Yeah.
Okay, so I found out. Iran and Israel attacked
Iran and Israel attacked Iran.
It's dangerous.
Hey, go ask that Iranian dude if he's happy about what Trump did, and he'll tell you that he is. Because he escaped from there. No, Trump did the right thing.
Is it Rosie? Hey, is there a lefty leaning person? I'm not reading the chat as much as I wish I were, but Rosie, you think Pam was right or something like that? Is that what's going on here? Who's crying? Nobody's crying. Are you crying about something, Rosie? Are you having some safe space or something? I don't know what's going on. Anyway.
I wouldn't agree with it.
But Pam, if that's the conversation you're referencing there, nowhere in that thing did Rebel say that she shared your address with anybody. You said she shared.
It might be on my
address.
stream, but there was something where I said that I knew where to find it. It might be on my stream.
Yeah, but
That's a
nowhere.
long stream, so I'm not going to have you go through it.
Yeah, I'm not worried about. But her comment was that you shared her address with other people, and that's. I was wondering if I had a few people in the chat that were kind of Pam followers or whatever. Once she sort of was kind of saying it's on Mr. Bill's video, it's on Mr. Bill's video. I'm guessing everybody was like looking up my video or something like that. I'm surprised they didn't go to my Twitter because I'm live on Twitter also, and since it was on Twitter, you'd think they would have went to Mr. Bill for Freedom on Twitter. That's my Twitter in case you guys want to go follow me on Twitter also. Not on any of these videos that Pam has seen or anything like that.
Dead ass. I don't.
Yes, you
actually have her
did say
address,
that,
I
Pam.
just know who to get it from.
Pam, this is another lie here. Unless you're talking about something else. You said I didn't say that. If you're referencing the comment that said that you did say her address, that's disinformation. Do you want me to bring it up again here? Scroll back in this thing here.
See, for everyone who's watching this stream, this is what Pam Hemphill.
I don't see on my chat here. I usually highlight it whenever I see it, but for some reason it's not showing up on that side chat there. I don't know why. You'd think it would. Top chat replay. I'll put it on live chat replay. Maybe it'll show up. And then go from there. I don't know.
Does. She lies, and when she's caught in her lie, she's like, I never said that. You literally have to go grab the facts and put it right in front of her face. This is what Pam does. This is what she's always done. So whenever you see something about Portland or anything she says, it's all a lie. It's part of her propaganda. She wants the clicks. She wants the attention. This is Pam Hemphill, everybody. If she was a true journalist, she would have looked through my shit and saw that I never once have doxed anyone in my life. Just saying.
Do you guys want to? I'm not going to ban anybody right away or anything like that, but if you guys want to talk to Front Row Rosie about whatever her conversation is here, I usually let the chat deal with trollish behavior like that.
She just wants to be a fucking cunt.
Still waiting for the apology, Pam. Not denying
Waiting
it.
for the apology, Pam. Since you want to blast me all over the internet saying something completely false than what the video is showing. Fuck you, Pam.
Is she gonna apologize? People saying hi to Rebel. I don't think she would, but I just give her every opportunity. But she won't take advantage of the opportunity to apologize for her disinformation campaign. Pretty sure that here.
She won't apologize.
Here's her next stupid comment. Maybe your last one. You won't admit you. I just showed it to you, right? Thank you, Ashley. I wonder if somebody would help out in the chat there. I don't mind going after somebody in the chat, but I'm trying to focus on this right now. But somebody likes disinformation. Called Disinformation Rosie for now. Got right on the screen there.
What are you watching, Pam? I'm covering IP28. I haven't been at the ICE protest. What the fuck are you watching? I'm covering facts, Pam. You have no facts to even bother me. What? It doesn't even bother me. It just genuinely makes me laugh how pathetic you are to go out of your way, create these false stories.
Come on, BCP. Come on here. We'll give you more attention if you come on here, and I'll ignore Pam. How about that? We'll give you all the attention, all right?
This is the whole reason why I blocked Pam. And blame Mr. Bill for that, BC.
Hey. See, I get all the blame. That Pam chat says, that I'm trying to get attention from Serena. I'm not. Why get attention from somebody that keeps attacking me like this all the time? I'm just trying to get out the facts here. You're the one that clicked on the link. I did not make you click on the link, so I'm not going to take full credit for the information. But anyway, we can talk about something else if you like.
We could blame Mr. Bill. We always
Everybody
blame
blames me. Always blame Mr. Bill, and you guys know the rules there. More like Shane's not his bodyguard. Last time I checked, the only one that was acting like a bodyguard for Tommy Boy was Tinkerton or something like that, and it's out there. Shane might be his backup video guy or something like that, but not a bodyguard. He's just kind of in case Tommy gets hit or something like that. They have video of him getting hit because the left are violent, as you can see.
Mr. Bill, anyways.
Yeah, everybody, the right does, the left does. It's easy to do. Let's see my good looks.
Well, Pam just blames fucking anybody for anything, apparently.
Yeah, she is the pot stirrer. Yeah, I think it's coming. I think it's coming up. Likes to stir the pot. Hey, how's the generator doing?
I don't have to use it anymore.
You don't have to use it.
No, we got power in the building. I'm plugged into the building now.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Now it's even harder to stay away.
Nothing to do out there.
Oh, fuck
You're
you some comments.
fact checker. Pam, I'm not. Valley's live. Hold on. At least maybe we can agree on Valley Ray or something like that if he's live and stuff. Unless you're going to say that Valley shouldn't attack the people that are handing out drug paraphernalia. What's your thoughts on that, Rosie? When he goes after the people that are handing out drug paraphernalia, keeping them on the street, what are your thoughts on that? You think he should call that kind of stupid behavior out, or you think that it's okay for NGOs to hand out drug paraphernalia to keep people addicted out there rather than do things to get them off the streets? Sorry, I mean to talk in a higher tone, but feel free to answer that question. We say Valley was live. Portland Andy's live. Oh, I could put Portland Andy on the screen after I finish this one. Chris, I'm not seeing Valley Ray. Where do you see Valley Ray? Usually it would show up at the top of my choices here, but I'll double check here. Don't try to trick me like that. Valley Ray. He is not live. Yep. Fake news again out here. I'm not going to try not to acknowledge anything you say until you apologize for the obvious lie we got you in. Heard you, Space. I appreciate it. Yeah, you heard me in space. I heard you in space too. Thank you for the ghetto raid. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully will talk to you or something like that, but I kind of doubted he would have a conversation with you or anything like that. But I want to see if we can verify what Rebel said here or whatever. If you guys want to clip it or whatever, you guys are good at clipping things or something on YouTube. When we get to the point where Rebel puts that caveat about doing something to Pam.
We just literally, this is what I'm talking about. We just literally put it in front of her face, and she like continues to lie and lie and lie and lie because she has nothing better to do. She's a senile old woman. No one.
And there's no real point to this. Even if you showed the clip to Pam, like I said in the thing there, that the Rebel didn't say anything mean to her to that degree, then she'll just say no. She that's not what she meant.
No one cares, Pam. You're old.
Yeah. And the only reason Antifa Blacklock has not kicked you out is, hey, there's something we can agree on. Yay, we agree on. Right and left agree that Will is a loser. Being careful Nevada is not Patriots Corner. Was everyone. Okay. Using that logic, okay, Rosie, when Shane was down there next to ICE on the sidewalk, then nobody should have told him to get out of there, right? He should not have been scared to get out of there. Him and Kamala should not have been scared to get out of there. Using your logic, if that's Patriots Corner and anybody can go to Patriots Corner, right? Then when Shane was down there the other day, that long-haired hippie-looking nut guy and a bunch of other people, Freya and others, should not have forced him to get out of there, right? That's what you're telling me. Right? Call out Freya for intimidating somebody for being where they can be. Are you going to do it? Wait for you to condemn them for scaring him out of there. If anybody can go over that area, like background noise going on somewhere. Let me see. Is this person going to say it or not? You had to look up Valley Ray. YouTube has got a weird thing nowadays. It used to be easy to look up lives and everything. It would show up on your right-hand screen with the live thing. So since they're not doing that anymore, you have to kind of look up and see deeper into the YouTube to find the lives. Everybody knows that. But anyway, again, ignoring the question. Are you Pam? You're ignoring me as well as Pam did. Ignoring the question, proving how hypocritical you guys are. Again, thank you. I'm glad that we agree on the Will thing, but so far that's all we can agree on. Yeah, yep, he does that. Yep. The left thinks they have the rules, and the right can't sort of dictate and say the Constitution says I can go wherever I want to go on the sidewalk, and you can't tell me where I can go. You can say you don't want me here, but you can't force a person out of the area or intimidate people out of an area. But this Red Rosie person will not admit that. This Red Rosie person, call it or Pam 2.0 if you don't mind, says it seems to be okay there. Born and raised in Portland, does more for the community. Wait, more than any of you, Billy Ray. Good for you that you're doing stuff for the community. Can you do one thing for me and answer my question? You won't, because the left is okay with dictating where people can go. You know what other kind of group of people dictates where people can go and where they can't go? They're called fascists. Thank you. Okay, back to the video. Sorry. I get engaged with the chat too much. Oh yeah, Britt knows Billy Ray. She watches him a lot. Yeah, you want to talk about Billy Ray? Britt will give you. Oh boy, but it's because you're still kind of supporting them. It's like, I believe Black Bloc. I believe Black Bloc, and all these other things. I'm 100% Antifa. You know who else said they were 100% Antifa? The person that unalive Jay Danielson said he's 100% Antifa. Are you the kind of person that would sort of unalive somebody that you disagreed with? Like I asked her almost the same question earlier, didn't I? Was it Reinhold? Angry, who am I thinking of? I don't care to say. Billy Ray, when he's down there and everything, yeah, he usually kind of does his own thing, but he is definitely anti-leftist out there, anti-Chandler. You want to see one of his videos when he was going after Chandler? I must have put music on my other phone or whatever. That was weird. Seeing if he was live. Yeah, you said you indicated that Billy was live, so I was looking up to see if he was live. He went to go watch his video. Lately he's been doing live streams at night, making sure people are okay at night. Man, Pam 2.0, Front Row Rosie, his name, but the guy who.
Yeah, I think it was Reinhold and Reinhardt, or so. I think Reinhold is correct.
Yeah, I don't remember about Jay's name than his name. Are you 100% Antifa in that same way that guy said to Vice News that he's 100% Antifa? You're going to say, I'm just anti-fascist.
Yeah, it's tattooed on him. He had a tattoo on his neck, I think.
That said Antifa? That's surprising.
So, yeah.
Oh my gosh. If I could hit an old woman, if I didn't respect myself and I hit a old woman, Pam would be the first one.
And notice how she said, if. Are you going to go out there and tell everybody that she said
She's going to.
See, she didn't remember the word. Hold it out.
You don't have
right
to
there.
touch her phone and she'll tell everybody you hit.
How do I do that? Touch person's phone next to her. Because
apparently touching her phone is equivalent to a phone.
Even when you, like what Jeremy did, I got to do a Google search. How do you screen record? I'll do it later, but I need to do a screen record because I evidently don't have. I could probably do it in my YouTube studio thing later on. But at least I know where it's at. 6 hours 50 minutes. I put it at 45 minutes, but Rebel will still find it that way. Let's see if she says anything else bad here.
If you touch her phone, she'll run around and tell everybody that she got hit.
Yep. Did you see that here? You want to go report to Pam there, Front Row Rosie? Go report to Pam if you want to what she said. If she didn't respect herself, she would do something to Pam. Not that she would do something to Pam right now. If she didn't have respect for herself, and obviously she does. Do you understand this? I was going to sort of have a comparison with Pam, but she probably wouldn't have understood any kind of comparisons. But I would have said, Pam, hey, you guys.
Touched my phone and you're going to get fucking right hooked.
You can't just touch an electric glue. Thank you for watching. Again, what she said there is, if you do something to attack her or her property, something might happen to you. That's called self-defense that she was referencing there. Let's keep going. You guys are up late tonight. What are you doing up late here watching? 50 people watching me. What the heck? Did I get raided or something? Or did people find out that Pam's in here and Pam likes to get the attention? So
they heard Rebel yelling. They came to see what
that's usually what happens.
it was.
Like, what's that loud noise?
In response to Car Guy, Car Guy says,
Anyone tell me why the fuck I should apologize? Because I know where to find Pam's address. You look anyone up online, you get their fucking address, right?
Pretty much, yeah. White pages.
Fucking moron.
White pages. Can you find anybody's phone number? I forgot that I said it.
Apologize for knowing where to find her address. Dumb cunt.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Oh, do words hurt, Pam? Do words hurt? Besides,
Pam, you're gonna be a fucking cunt today. You were a cunt yesterday. Fuck you, Pam. Fuck you, you senile old bitch. I hate you. I hate you more than I've ever hated
Oh.
anyone in the protesting lane. You and May Space are right there with each other. You're
How we're tough. I'm not even trying to be tough. I'm just going over facts. Why are you saying and I think we're trying to be tough or something like that? You're still in the chat. Nobody's kicked you or anything like that. You haven't broken any TOS. Some people probably have you blocked and don't want to hear your silly opinions, which is okay. But we're still kind of seeing what you say out there. Do you understand that? Can I ask you a question, Rosie? Are you local? Have you been down to ICE by chance, or are you just kind of a long distance leftist that supports craziness? Oh, don't time her out, Wolfie. Don't time her out. I like trolls once in a while, and now I need a little bit of content. So be nice. Be nice. Don't jump the gun there. Rip probably wants to, but
You're both senile and fucking disgusting. Realistically, you smell like cat piss. You need to take a shower. You need to go in a fucking home.
she's not referring to me or anger. She's referring to her thoughts on Pam there.
Gosh, I hate her.
All right.
I
let's
want to
go
know
back
what
here.
we're watching. Are we watching Pamuary?
No, we're speaking of Right Side Rebels right there, but that's not the video I want to watch. But that's probably the same kind of behavior she'd have. But on that one there, you see that Pam was right there, and not calling out leftist behavior again. You know, she's trying to sort of say rebel salt, even though she was right there next to the person that was hitting rebel. But oh well, you'd have if Pam did something to her, that she would react in a similar way to that video. But where's the thing I want? Yeah, like I said, I'm not a fan of the language she uses toward her. She's the other day or whatever, she came on the stream and was about to say the C word, and then she remembered Mr. Bill doesn't like the C word, so I'm not going to use it. That'll be an interesting debate there with Kim Coulter versus Andrew Wilson on Friday. Yeah, make sure you watch Unfiltered out there. Oh, they're doing a nice job there. Yeah, you figure out the Gatorade. Just Gatorade tutorial. You hit 1,000 subs. Nice. Well, you should have, if you were at 500 subs, you should have. No, you're right. It has to be at 1,000 subs. And if you probably hit it tonight because you're all the people that wanted to watch Will, they want the drama. So sometimes you got to do little drama streams. Or in my case, you have to do some IRL streams sometimes. Get the people in. Otherwise, nobody wants to hit the subscribe button, guys. Why aren't you hitting the subscribe button or the like button? It's not too hard to hit the like button. Even Rosie knows how to hit the like button. Well, she probably hit the unlike button, but she doesn't realize maybe that the unlike button gets just as much attention to me as the like button does. But anyway, where was it? I was trying to find the. Anyway, let's keep going with this. Where's that video? Your video today where you, this one here. What did you think about this guy, a rebel? To get your mind off something different here. IP28 here. You were asking this guy show you information about things. Oops. Are you about to drive off yet? No?
No, for some reason, my audio goes weird at one point.
It's a little crackly, but it's okay. I use it whenever she's on stream or her phone, it heats up for some reason. Anyway, let's see if anybody else wanted to pop in. It's 12 o'clock at night. They probably don't want to pop in and hang out with me for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why. Is it still cackly? Because I took it away.
Yeah. Once they smell food, they're not gonna want to leave the food
So
area.
there will be.
Thank you, but I've got.
She keeps talking about fishing and hunting stuff here. Oh, here Pam's on the screen again. I'm worried about Right Side Rebel. She may need some help for her alcoholism, as Pam is the one that's always drunk. Yeah, but not see you. Yeah, you're the best.
Yeah, I've done that.
So the things there was whenever I would go there earlier, whenever I'd get hot chocolate or whatever, and I might have a MAGA hat on or something like that. I'm like,
Oh, that's right, because there's a Starbucks in that little building at Pioneer Square, right?
yeah. Hey, Red Alien, how you doing? If you guys came over from, hey Taz, long time no see over there from Twitch. I am also live on Twitch if you guys like that platform over there. Long time no see, but usually I get like trolls from Twitch or something like that. But only Mr. Bill on YouTube if you want to chat with other people over there. But usually on Twitch, yeah, only one person's watching over there. I think it's related to a issue I had with somebody back in the day or something like that. But it's craziness over there with some of the wild Twitch people. But I like YouTube and Twitter also, if you guys want to hang out in other platforms. You said it's 12 o'clock where you're at. What time is it where you're at? Come on, you're over in Hawaii, aren't you? I can never remember where you're at. You're not, are you North Carolina? You or somebody else is in North Carolina. I can't remember. It's 1 a.m. here. They're in Montana. How long have you, Louis? I probably asked you the question before. How many times have you been to those beautiful mountains, the national park up there? That's the Glacier National Park. Why did I forget it? You've probably been there like 5 or 6 times, huh? Yeah, long time no see. Nice to see you. Did you get the notifications on Twitch? Anyway, we're just chilling and seeing what else I can come up with here, but I'm going to see. I don't think she talks about Pam anymore. Double check here just to cover my receipts here. We'll see if I see Pam on the screen with something. Nicholas talked about Pam. Talked about other stuff there. I don't see Pam saying anything else. I would have put it on the screen if I saw her say anything else. She probably left the chat by that time. Yep, you guys heard it. There was nothing on there. That's what was going on. It's 2 a.m. Oh, yeah, you must. Okay, yeah, you are over there. Glacier every other day. My mom is from Blackfeet Reservations. Oh, you lucky bum. Is that like right next to Glacier National Park, probably? Oh, I would imagine they probably have reservations in Montana and whatever the province is north of you. Calgary, Alberta, probably, right? Sunny. Orlando, lucky people, or Florida, red state braggers. I don't know why you guys brag about being in Florida all the time. No fair. I want to be in Florida too, but you guys rub it in that I'm not in Florida and I'm in blue state, Oregon here. What is the Oregon things going on here? For the candidate profile, Christine Drazen. Why don't you profile the guy that I was hanging out with today, Dave Medina? Give him some props, but they won't do it. Media's kind of chosen their favorite 2 or 3 people that they want for their establishment there. So hopefully David will get a good showing for the election there. Make sure you guys are, if you're in Oregon, vote for I'm going to vote for David Medina. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but that's who I endorsed today unofficially. Hey, Wolfie, did you time out that person earlier? If you did, how long did you time them out for? I probably could untime them out or something like that if I really wanted to, but I'll apologize later for timing them out or something like that if they think that I timed them out. The Rosie person here. Delete, put user in time. I can't do anything else. Thank you for hanging out, Ashley. I appreciate it. Ashley, you keep surprising me. I don't think you're going to do it this time. But this time, just in case you do it, I'll get my phone handy. Not saying you guys have to do cash apps or anything like that, but the other day, Ashley sent me a surprise cash app, and I didn't recognize that she sent it. And so I was like looking all over for her in different chats out there. Hey, if you guys see Ashley, tell her thank you for this the cash app. And I think eventually I saw her in somebody's chat and said thank you for that cash app there. So hopefully it worked. Let me see. Thank you, Ashley, again. Rosie's back. Oh, Rosie's back. Okay, thank you. Trying to answer your question. I'm sorry if you got timed out. It was not on me. I'll have to wag my finger at Wolfie if he gave you the thing here. He didn't have the permission to do that. Wolfie, you are in trouble. You want to stay blue. You got to be nice. Okay, see. What was my question? You already ignored it twice in your comments there. Let's see if you're going to answer it now. Do you remember the question? I remember the question. Apologies necessary. Good deal. So let's see if we're waiting for your answer here. Everybody's on bated breath. And the question for the chat was it basically okay for 8 people to scare away 2 people from the ice building the other day and push them out, basically? All they were doing was just simply standing there filming. They weren't doing anything. Kamala had a Trump flag of some sort, just standing there. They weren't doing anything. Pam was giving Kamala a hard time, and 5 or 6, including one weird looking long haired guy. Oh, that question you didn't. No, I want the other question first. You still haven't answered the first question. Are you afraid to answer that if you think your leftist friends are going to disown you if you give me the wrong answer? It's a pretty simple answer. You know, my answer would be when you're on public sidewalks, don't block the public sidewalks. Let people walk where they want to walk. If you disagree with somebody being there, you can say you disagree with them and then leave them alone. That's the proper way to answer that question. How many times do I have to repeat the same question, guys? It's gonna be like the 5th time here. So it's like, again, Pam, not meaning rude, but if you're watching that space, I asked Pam the same question multiple times, never got an answer from her. You're doing the same thing in this chat here. You said earlier that the area where Patriot Corner was, Bancroft and whatever the other road was. So you might be from Portland if you know those roads. So that kind of tells me you are from Portland. But that's everybody's area, you know, whatever. We just call it Patriot Corner because that's where the people kind of gathered or whatever, since that Tommy couldn't go down to ice. So they had to kind of get an area 200 feet away that had some space to walk around. But anybody can still go there. But if you're going to say everybody can go to Patriot Corner, then why can't everybody go to ice sidewalk? Bancroft and Bond. Yes, you must know where it is. I don't want to open up a map or whatever, but what is Bond, that one on the other side of the apartments over there that's next to the Tesla area? That must be Bond. You agree. Okay, you agree. Finally, some consistency. I have not seen a whole lot of consistency. So you would sort of say that those people that pushed out, those few people should not have done that. They should have minded their own business, right? The left should mind their own business and not intimidate others, correct? Since I'll agree, I assume that you agree with that sentiment there. But that's the judge's decision as far as Tommy's. Yeah, I'm not talking about the Patriot Corner thing, but I'm just let's kick one person out of an area. Well, anyway, I'm going back over this. Oh, who's this guy here? The individual shown dressed in all black, holding the sign reading, "Go away, you effing loser," identified as Daniel Paderis, spent the night issuing threats and engaging in aggressive behavior during Antifa's protest over reports that Kash Patel was there. Allegedly, a Coin TV or whatever I saw confirmed that Kash was there. Pam said because there was a funeral there. Could you imagine having to go there as an FBI director, being yelled and screamed at by people that are mad at ICE, different agency than what FBI runs? He has no direct responsibility for what ICE does. Could you imagine? And then getting yelled at because a friend of yours is there that passed away, and you're going to there for a funeral, and you have to deal with people like this.
There's the guy at the airport. They kicked off. Yeah. Right there. This is go away, fucking loser. He's a terrorist. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I recognize him. Yeah. Hey. His voice back. He said, you guys, hey, you want to go one-on-one?
Not talking about, we're talking about Shane the other day. Ground Zero PDX, which is allowed wherever he wants to go, and Kamal Patty allowed to go wherever they want to go on public property. Those people were, hopefully you're saying that they should not have been kicked out of their area and intimidated to leave that area by multiple people, right? They have the right to be there just as much as anybody else does, right? And those people should have kind of minded their own business and protested ICE and not protested him. If they're mad at ICE, they should be mad at ICE, not somebody simply being there to record.
Does he want to go one-on-one? Yeah, there's one to go one-on-one. Oh, okay, sorry.
No, there's not a hierarchy of Antifa, guys. There's not a hierarchy of Antifa. One guy just told the other guy to don't engage. But there's not a hierarchy of Antifa.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, that was the guy at the airport. They got kicked off. Yeah.
Jake Lang. I don't care for Jake Lang stuff. Haley report 6 hours ago. What's this? Joey, Tiny, and I, before we even really knew each other, were telling Jeremy Christian to leave because he was acting erratic, saying crazy things and causing a scene. At first, I honestly thought he was some leftist trying to stir things up and mess with us. Later on, he ended up doing something like that. I don't know who Jeremy. That was before I got involved or something like that. But anyway. What else we got over here? A lot of advertisements on Twitter lately. Limos. I don't want to. No, Jake Lang. Tesla. Department of Justice. 6 hours ago. Another illegal migrant has been federally convicted in Portland, Oregon for trafficking fentanyl. Marvin's Varela, an illegal alien from Honduras, pleaded guilty to possession with intent to distribute over 1 kilogram of fentanyl. That's enough to unalive 500,000 people. Wow. Excuse me. Despite federal authorities in Oregon regularly catching and convicting foreigners intent on causing mass addictions and deadly overdoses, Democrats call for their abolishment and to protect all illegal aliens. Could you imagine? That's the left for you. Let's let out people that want to unalive up to 1 million people. You know, they might change their minds, you know, even though they've been doing it for years, but, you know, maybe they'll change their minds because they don't want to be in jail or something. Wow. $10 million bond or something, looks like. I don't know. What else we got here? Oh, King, I like these funny little.
King of England. Did you see the Democrats give a standing ovation for the King of England? How ironic. The party that says no kings gave a standing ovation.
Members of Congress, I have the high privilege and distinct honor of presenting to you His Majesty Charles III.
Jeffries loves it. Yeah. A lot of are cheering for the king, even though they keep saying Trump is turning into a king, but they're there clapping for a king. You wonder why we call them hypocrites. No, don't show that face. No, don't show that face either.
Did you see the?
That was scary. Okay, is there anything else to watch here? It's 12:18. Let me double check. Nobody wants to hang out with me tonight. Double checking here. Nobody wants to say hi to Mr. Bill. I see how you guys are. Wait, let's go check and see what BCP's up to. I'm getting tired and things like that here. I don't want to watch myself. What am I doing here? There's BCP there. What's he watching now?
View of women.
Exactly.
And
sorry.
Why do women immigrate to more feminist countries?
Why they come?
Yeah, like
why they come to
what's
America?
America.
So I'm
Told you.
Me too.
what if I had a lot of questions to that.
Make sure you
What
guys follow
country are they
BCP
considering
also. He's a good
feminist?
guy out
Maybe
there.
they're
Yeah,
considering some of the Scandinavian countries.
Most of you guys probably already
feminist
follow
because
them anyway.
they're more egalitarian
America.
in nature. And if
America's
that's the case, I'd need to see the
Mr. Bill
statistics
goes
of how
to
many.
everybody wants to send BCP to Washington. I want to just check and see how my thing is going. I have that poll question in the chat. It's probably not a very good poll I want to just check and see. Let's check and see what it says there. Hamburger is way ahead. What was the other option? I was running out of ideas for poll questions, but what other kind of beef do you guys like? There are 66 votes in that poll question. Looks like Hamburger's going to win, but what are some other ways? Hey, Rosie says, love Portland. Good deal. You're Portlandia anyway, probably in your opinion. But what was I going to say? Hamburger, meatloaf. What are some other? Oh, beef tacos. Hey, well, he's got good ideas with the beef tacos. There's probably some other tacos. Oh, I guess you could sort of put them in a burrito or something like that, or a snack wrap. Not really beef burritos, I guess. I guess there's other options to do it. It's still 52% with the hamburgers. Hamburger wins. Come up with a better question. If you guys want to message me, pull question ideas, follow me on Twitter or on Discord, please. The link for the Twitter should be in the description.
Women are.
We all you guys have inner drama too. Yeah, inner drama.
What drama? I go to BCP's chat here, see if we can bug him.
We all know the earth is flat. Let's just leave it there.
Hey, be nice.
And what I made my video about, and Andrew wasn't crazy about it, I said that we should give converts to Christianity the benefit of the doubt.
I know you're
And
not
I understand that
this.
Andrew had his reservations with Nala, as did I. We're not like indifferent on that. But what I said in my video is that we should also forgive his wife, Andrew Wilson's wife, for her past. We should forgive me for my past, Andrew for his past, that no one is beyond redemption, and that we should give, as I said, converts the benefit of the doubt. However, I will also say that I've stepped out of line. I've said things that were regrettable. Hopefully they could admit the same, mostly Andrew, but like I said, I don't have any ill will toward Andrew or his wife. It was just a snarky comment that I had made, but I don't, because I've never met Andrew, I've never met
I like
Rachel
chicken
in
salads.
person. I've never got a chance to actually meet them as individuals.
Like grilled chicken salads or the other kind?
Them. They may be fantastic people in person.
Crispy
I
chicken
just
salads.
don't know. But yeah,
taco
I will.
salads.
I have no shame in apologizing for some of the things that I've said in the past.
That guy's got a weird mustache on the upper left.
And for I didn't have to put them down. So I wish them well. I genuinely do wish them well. I don't want them to be harmed in any way. I don't want them to be sick in any way. I wish that God blesses their relationship.
All right. Well, thanks for answering to that. Flavius sends $50. Thanks, man. You're a great supporter. He said, W to the Wilsons for their discernment. Take a lesson, plebes. This guy, goated.
I won't be
with the
learning much
super
from the
chats.
Wilsons, to be honest with you.
You're not a fan?
Andrew
I'm
said,
No.
then forgiven, RC.
Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate that. Likewise.
How cute.
Yeah.
How nice.
I don't know.
That's men forgiving each other.
This
That's,
is-
you should be.
Oh, you saw him down there, Louis? That's cool. Division basketball game. Probably his kids were playing or watching it or refereeing or something like that. It's cool to see it here. Well, that's a good question for Rosie. If she wants to answer that one, I'd be curious about that one.
Have a couple more guys and we'll wrap it up. I appreciate y'all hanging in there. Right. So Orthodox Phronesis for 5 says, remember when Bush called it, quote, the Patriot Act, meaning supporting it, you're a patriot, according to Brian's logic. Well,
Is this the same chatter?
I'm trying to, no, this is Orthodox Phronesis. I'm trying to remember maybe when this came in to give you some context, but I'm at a loss, sir.
Well, that's the thing. It's an interesting comment. because
Someone's playing, I figured.
Framing things
His-
as the
his
Patriot
oldest son?
Act, I mean, yeah, that's
The oldest
that's
son's
a
probably, what,
demonstration
20
of
or
the
something by
control
now?
that an elite corporate billionaire class framed something.
Can't keep track of it. I used to watch his
ultimately
kids.
spy on U.S.
He doesn't agree to it, but back in the day when I'd go to the same church as him or whatever, just to check it out or whatever, in Sandy and other places, he would be so engrossed with what the pastor was saying that he would kind of not ignore his kids, but let them kind of act up and things like that, and they were kind of messing around with other people, so I had to kind of keep them focused or something like that, and let them play with my phone or whatever, because they're not going to pay attention to the sermon so much. So I had to babysit his kids in his church, and he won't acknowledge that. I think even Pastor Russell, this pastor from Sandy, will acknowledge that I was babysitting his kids for that time there. He won't acknowledge it though for some reason. But I was the one that was doing it.
people among certain men. It's okay though. I forgive you. You should try.
Don't
it.
let-
Grow it
don't
out.
let him tell you
See
different.
if you like it.
RC,
Does the chat think
go
that
ahead.
Brian looks like Aaron Rodgers? Just curious.
What?
They're making.
Well, and also I'm curious, what is he like? At what point did my inner liberal come out? I don't. What does that even mean? No context at all.
Yeah, if he's still too.
What was her? What was the question again? You were asking her up here. Where was that question? I think you were asking her about the IP28 thing. Where did the question go about the IP28? Was it way down here? No, you didn't answer it yet. We're asking for this question here. Rosie, do you support the IP special? Has she answered that one yet? I don't think she's answered that one. She's got his water. I get my drink too. I was going to check and see on what Chris
They
Sims is
started it, and
showing.
maybe they'll end it. We'll see. For 10 says in first world countries, men are becoming feminine and immature because previous generations already did the hard work. Brian is a perfect example of the decline of the Western man for that reason. Rebuttal.
I find that your unenlightenment is obnoxious. I mean, the fact that
Obnoxious.
Yeah, I recognize the privilege of the world that we live in. The
Oh.
fact that we've had really great people accomplish incredible things before us. I also recognize the atrocities that were committed by people before us, and so I look at the world through pretty
Oh, I found it.
clear lens from my
Oh,
perspective.
he's not live. He's not
that,
live. They were live, but they're not live now.
Feminizing, like it is thinking women deserve.
I'm guessing the guys are setting up their Starlink so they get better internet or something like that. And they'll probably come on later, talk about other stuff.
Back to that. Like any criticism is always, you must hate women.
They just when calling someone like a woman it being an insult, yeah, that shows a disdain towards women.
Well, I would likewise
dumb.
say that a woman acting like a man's also like an insult, though. I think there's a way that women act generally. It's not that they have different personalities, of course, and then there's a way men act. And I don't think women should be trying to act like men and men trying to act like women, because we do have distinct biological roles.
There are tendencies, and then there are actual realities. So like acting like a man, like what does that mean in like societal context? To me, when I hear act like a man, that means don't show emotion, like push feelings deep down. I mean, it's negative things. When it's don't act like a girl, it's don't show your emotion. Like, do we not see how, again, we live in like a context of history and how the language we use is important? I mean, it's pretty obvious to me.
All right, we did get 2 clarifications here from the $2 immigration question to the orthophronesis question. He was clarifying that you talked about feminism as being
Pinko Pink Prick. Hey, Daddy Q. Do you believe the Earth is round?
Oh,
I
no.
do believe it's round.
She said no to this question here. Rosie, do you support IP28, especially when the bill affects the lives of all tribes in Oregon who won't be allowed to fish? And she says no. If you wanted to ask it a slightly different way, Louis, if you asked her if that law was changed to only stop white people but allow Native Americans to still fish and hunt, would you support it then? Would you still support it if it allowed Native Americans to still do their fishing and hunting on their reservations, but it stopped American citizens from fishing and hunting on Oregon land? What's opposite? What channel have you been on that blocked you here? I'll ask you that here, and I'll talk to I won't talk to the owner. I'll just ask them if they've heard of you or something like that. But what other assuming right-wing channels you're talking about, did they block you or something like that? Did you say something that deserves to get blocked or something like that? there's some channels that maybe are mad at Tommy or whatever, and he kicked you out for being too. Oh, Cam Higby said something. Big channel or something like that. Probably. I don't think he has a lot of mods. So anyway, Paul, I can't talk to him. He doesn't know me that well. So any smaller channels that Shane with a Y blocked you. What did you say to get blocked? I'm kind of not saying you deserved it. I'm just kind of curious. Or something like that. But Shane, he probably wants to kind of focus on just talking to people that agree with him or something like that, or maybe he's not excusing it. I'm just saying that. But hopefully, if you acted like the way you're acting with me or whatever, I would say that was probably too quick of a jump, but he might have had his reasons. Yeah. Oh, Tommy's cool in it with his chat or something like that. Yeah, he doesn't ban too many people. He likes a lot of free speech there, as you probably know. But yeah, I guess they probably felt like there was a good enough reason to. Did they ban you or just time you out? Like, well, if he timed you out probably for 1 minute or 5 minutes or something like that, and I didn't think that was a good idea. There's one guy that sometimes comes in our chat called Josh James of Vacation. He trolls me. I troll him back by timing him out for 1 minute here, 10 seconds there, things like that. Just to josh around, but he doesn't break too ass. But I still kind of play time him out, kind of thing. Oh, you like Nick Shirley? Oh wow, man. Well, he does do lives actually, but like 1,000, 2,000 people in his lives when he does his lives. So I don't think he cares about blocking. I'm pretty sure he's a good free speech guy, Utah guy, if I recall. Britt's behaving herself. Yeah. Let's see what's going on with
order that we are. I mean, it's just
the natural order.
Do you
that
think? Wait.
requires
I'm
laws to
curious.
upheld.
I'm curious. Do you think? I should have asked this earlier. Do you think that we're naturally egalitarian? Is that what you believe?
What's wrong, Jay?
I think human nature is interesting. I think there are folks who want to exploit and take power, and I think there are people who recognize
wrong?
that our power belongs in our being united.
What seems to be the problem?
So I don't know. Are humans innately good or bad? I'm not sure. I
Not good or
think
bad. I'm
it's
just
against-
asking because if you're saying we're not innately patriarchal, then it's stands to reason that you'd believe we're innately egalitarian. So what do you think we are?
I think we're humans.
Okay, that's
We are
kind
humans.
of a kumbaya answer again. But what do you
I think
think
there's
that?
gray. I think
the
there's
human-
gray. I think that
hold
the
on.
natural
We're
fight
not caught up.
towards equality is it's the path we're on. I mean, human beings were not all considered human beings 150 years ago, right? I mean, still we have humans that are locked up in jail, because we have a for-profit prison industry that's incentivizing
Bro.
lobbyists and people to lock people up. So like
The Marxism part of you, it's like
it's intertwined in all of this. It's
It's-
intertwined. The
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
socioeconomic
he does a
system
good
we
job with
have
that.
is part of this.
I'm
man.
just
Like, the fact
asking
that
you.
Did you see his video on Cuba? He obviously could go live there, but have you seen his video on Cuba? What is your views on the communist police state that they have? You want to talk about secret police? Literally, they're secret police going after him there.
The other primates are matriarchal. Some of the primates are egalitarian. Do you think that human beings fall somewhere on that spectrum?
Yeah, and I think it's up to us to
Oh, yeah,
drive
he
towards
does, yeah.
equality. I'm not
Kumbaya.
denying the fact. I'm not denying the fact that historically a lot of societies have been patriarchal. I find flaw in that ideology. I think
Okay.
it's arbitrarily applied to the benefit of men who hold the monopoly on power.
Craziness, Louis. Craziness.
All right. So for the final question, unless someone surprises me here, it's the clarification for Miss. It was Connor Kaner. I'm not sure. Forget.
Connor
She
Kaner?
says,
Kaner, Connor?
if feminism makes women unhappy, why do women choose to immigrate to countries with feminist policies? Birth control, abortion, equal pay.
Easy
etc.
answer.
If feminism makes women unhappy, why do they immigrate to places that have feminist policies? Is that the question?
Yeah, I guess
No.
it would be from the perspective of a foreigner, maybe. I don't know.
That question has to be aimed at me then.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, okay. Well, again, it's like every country virtually in the Western world has everything you said. So by that description, every country is feminist. I don't.
Make sure you guys subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, now's your chance to hit the subscribe or the like button. Don't forget that notification bell over there somewhere. Should be down below you there somewhere. Make sure it says all notifications. If Rosie wants to subscribe, I won't. Feel free or whatever. You know, we'll chat with you sometime about other lefty leaning things or something like that. Have you been down there? I was gonna. Have you been down there at the ice building, Rosie? I don't know if you answered that question. Trans is trans, period. Okay. Oh, so you're somewhat sensible liberal, it sounds like. So that's good. I like sensible liberals. You have been down there? Not going to dox you. Who do you usually hang out with or whatever if you're down there at ICE or something like that? If you go out the Pam crowd or the Black Bloc crowd, the Patriot crowd, or I guess there's the blow up crowd or the blowy crowd. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. I'm not trying to dox you, just curious. What's he saying?
A feminist country. So the reason why they moved to a feminist country is for the freedoms that what's his face over here is talking about, Mr. Bryan. And that's how America is versus the countries that he was referring to, Asia, China, where the women are more feminine than America is. So, and that's what you have going on with the whole Iran thing, where the people and the women are wanting to be liberated and they love America, same way with Israel. They're loving the freedoms of America, which is why Israel's having the big.
Wait, you don't like Billy Ray? He hasn't been down there lately that I've seen anyway. Not down at ICE, but I thought you were a fan of Billy Ray. I heard that Billy Ray isn't. Were you saying earlier that you liked Billy Ray? I might have misunderstood you or something like that. Anyway, I'm getting ready to raid BCP. I can't think if you guys want to. There's Portland Andy's out there also. If you're part of that Portland Andy, oh, he scares you. Okay, he is usually wearing black and things like that to protect himself from things like that. But the lefties say it's okay to wear all black. Maybe not for Billy Ray. I don't know. But anyway, I'll be raiding it out to BCP, which means when the stream ends, it should redirect you automatically to the stream you're on. I'm not sure how late BCP is going. There's also Portland Andy out there. You guys know where to find him. Preacher's cool. I appreciate it. We'll send you over there. He doesn't get a whole lot of trolls over there too much or whatever, but sometimes he does. Not that you're a troll, I'm just saying. I'm going crazy here because it's almost 1 o'clock. And nobody wanted to chat with me tonight. Usually I get a little bit of a panel angry or something like that, but he's probably busy with stuff. I got to get a bigger group of friends or something like that to come on here. Maybe one of these days have like a mod chat. That'd be kind of cool to have my mods or whatever on it and do a panel. How would you guys like that, Britt or Wolfie or somebody like that? Only mods I see right now. It'd be cool to see. Talk about mod behavior or something. Anyway, I'm talking too much. Oh, he asked you a question on abortion. Oh, he might. Talking about feminism or whatever. He might ask you the same question tonight if you're in the chat. Anyway, guys, God bless. I won't play any music. Thank you, Mama. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. Get some sleep over there, 3 o'clock or whatever, where it was. I appreciate you guys hanging out there. Let me see how many likes you guys did. Did you guys hit the like button a lot of times or just a few times? Stream. Sometimes the analytics tells me how many times you hit the like button. It doesn't tell me so. Anyways, I have to go over here to find out if you hit the like button. You hit it 54 times, or make it 55 with the like that I just gave it there. The poll question, hamburger won the race on that one. 52% of you guys like hamburgers. Some of you guys like other meat products. It's okay. If you guys wanted to do any last donations, you don't have to, but super chats or something like that are open. You guys are cool. I'm always cool. Of course I'm cool. Britt's cooler than I am, but don't tell her I said so. You did sub. I appreciate all the subs I can get, I guess. You actually, yeah, Rit's a nice person there. Okay. Number 56. Oh, you're number 56 on the number. Oh, nice. Cool. I appreciate it. Hopefully you're having a good day or good night. Anyway, we're sending you over to BCP. Make sure you hit the go now button, and it should say go now once I end the stream. I'll give it a 30-second countdown, but it should say go now. Click that go now. Otherwise, it may not raid you, but it should raid you anyway. Otherwise, click on the link that's in the chat.